What's going on, folks? This is CJ here for Morphin Metacast. We have a special guest here. Introduce yourself, sir.
Hey guys, what's up? So, Brennan Mejia, Power Rangers Dino Charge. I play Tyler Navarro and in Dino Charge Red Ranger.
Haha. Cool. Thanks for taking the time out. I saw you at San Diego, promoting Power Morphicon and such. I guess, the first question for you, the Power Morphicon experience, what was that like your very first time going there?
Well, actually, my very first time was before I was a Power Ranger.
Oh, really?
I actually went as just an attendee with my friend Steven Lunsford, who is the Red Kamen Rider Dragon Knight. He'll actually be there as a guest this year. So, I just went as a geek, and I took a picture with the guy dressed up as the original Megazord. And then after I became a Power Ranger, I reposted that picture, and then whoever it was, I can't remember at the top of my head, but he's like, "Hey, that was me," and so it's just kind of cool.
Cool. Yeah, that's I think Power Morphicon. I always feel it's one of those conventions that everybody knows about it and stuff, but I always felt it's kind of like been gradually growing over the years, and I've been kind of loving its growth and stuff, especially with Power Rangers and such. But I've been noticing on your social media account, it seemed like you're a huge fanboy. Very good way. Are you seriously that big of a fan of Power Rangers? And if so, what attracted you and keeps you with the brand?
Power Rangers in general. So I was quote unquote an OG fan, Mighty Morphin right off the, because, I was, I think 3 years old or 4 when I was watching it. So I just grew up literally with the beginning of it. I watched pretty consistently through Lost Galaxy. And then I kind of faded out a little bit and then would watch an episode randomly here and there. I remember watching Dino Thunder a bit, when I was in middle school or high school. And then I kind of just, after a while, I kind of transitioned to the CW shows like Smallville. Smallville became my show.
Yeah.
And then Supernatural, and then now it's Arrow and The Flash. And then when I got cast, I went back and started rewatching a bunch of episodes. And it's just cool, though, seeing how each season is so different, because through Lost Galaxy, it's pretty, I feel, consistent with what the story, not the storyline, but just kind of the way it's written, how it's directed. And then when I went back and I rewatched all of Time Force, I watched Kyoryuger, the Japanese Sentai part, and I watched 3 episodes of a whole bunch of different seasons. I watched Megaforce and all that jazz, and it was just cool to see how some of it still stayed from what I remembered as a kid, and the other parts were new and, just trying to stay more modern. Some of the morphers became cell phones and things versus gems and sunglasses.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that Rangers promotes teamwork and fitness and martial arts to really acrobatics in general, to answer your question. I kind of was long-winded there.
Oh, no, trust me. That gives people more of an idea, because, one of the reasons why I personally wanted to start the show up and stuff was to kind of inform a lot of people, because I know a lot of folks, as you pointed out, a lot of people bounced out of Power Rangers at a certain point in time and stuff. Some people, I think, right after Zeo, and like you said, after Lost Galaxy. So it was kind of nice to go back through all the seasons, and a lot of folks oh, I don't remember that season, and they go back to it. But for you mentioned that you watched a little bit of the Sentai. Was that something that you actually started doing, watching some of the previous seasons, or that was just that one season you actually watched?
I watched Kyoryuger all the way through. My stunt double, Akihiro Haga, I had a couple doubles, but he's been in it for over 10 years. I think he actually started with Dino Thunder, but he gave me the Japanese counterpart footage while I was in New Zealand filming Dino Charge. So I tried to watch as much as I could to know what the source material was. So, because I wanted to let Tyler be influenced by a lot of positive characters, because that's kind of the direction I wanted him to be. So I mentioned Smallville. I actually wrote in a journal who I wanted Tyler to be a blend of. So part of it was Tom Welling's Clark Kent. Part of it was Daigo, once I was introduced to Daigo. Part of it was just me, myself, being me. And then I just kind of created this version of myself that is just higher energy all the time. Not that I'm not that way in life, but it wasn't a hard stretch to put myself in Tyler's shoes.
So, one of the things I like about every season is that you always see the dynamics with the team. And I felt like you guys this season, it kind of reminded me a little bit of Ninja Storm, where it felt like the cast really had that connection. So before you guys, did y'all guys ever hang out before y'all started filming Dino Charge and all that stuff, you know, or were y'all doing it during the whole, you know, process of doing Dino Charge?
Well, I mean, Camille actually semi-knew me, not really knew me.
Yeah.
Since, what was it like? I think I was a freshman in high school,
wow.
and we both randomly happened to be in Hawaii at the same time, and she recalled seeing me running in the morning on the beach. And she's like, I never said anything to you, but it was you. Because, like, literally I met her at the audition. She's like, hey, were you in Hawaii? I was like, well, I was once upon a time. And then, like, we ended up getting down to the date, and it was apparently me. So she knew who I was-ish, kind of. Yeah. And then, you know, we actually did 3 weeks of stunt training together as preparation. And then we did 3 weeks of acting with a private coach together. So we built chemistry. You know, we did a chemistry read even in the auditions, but we got a chance to build off of that teamwork. And we actually lived together for most of filming. So we were around each other a lot. So the chemistry was there because we, you know, became like a family for, you know, the beginning of it through the shooting.
Yeah, because I mean, if it felt like everybody felt like you, if you're in high school, these are your close friends and stuff, and I feel it worked for, you know, all the characters and the interactions and stuff. Definitely. Have you bought any action figures of yourself? Because it's rare that you hear anybody mention it outside of, you know, the usual JDF and all them.
Yeah, I mean, well, okay, I was given action figures by Saban. Like, we got a chance to kind of raid like the toys a little bit, so I got a bunch of them. Yeah. But I did purchase a couple of Toys R Us, rest in peace. Yeah. Went there, got a couple of Megazord toys, got some of the tall red Dino Charge ones. But some of them I got with the incentive of like, oh, you know, if people want them at a convention, like it's just another thing they could buy if they don't want an autograph. Like, here's a physical toy. Yeah. But, you know, I don't play with the toys. I have them. But
was it kind of like a surreal moment, just kind of seeing your face on the figure a little bit?
It's crazy. I mean, I remember when I was looking at the toys, and in the beginning, I was already in New Zealand at this point, and I actually had to tell Chip Lynn, you know, our executive producer and writer, that some of the toys still said my name was Lucas, because that was potentially Tyler's name. And so he had to, like, contact Saban and be like, yo, you know, his name's Tyler Navarro, not Lucas. So if you find a Lucas Navarro, let me know. I'd be I should have bought one, but I didn't. So.
It's like the rarity of it and stuff.
yeah, but it actually had the wrong name. Now they just say like Red Ranger for Ninja Steel. It doesn't even tell the name, which is kind of lame. But
yeah, it's kind of like, you know, standoffish a little bit. It's like, come on, man, you gotta get people more personally invested into the character a little bit.
Right? Give them their name on the back. Say something about it. I don't know. But they did that for Dino Charge, so correct.
Yeah, you know, once upon a time they used to put the names on the toys. That was a thing.
Right.
Know. You know, the average episode, I know a lot of Rangers, even all the way up to this day and stuff, you know, they say it's very strenuous, you know, on a day-to-day basis filming. So what's the average day like filming an episode?
Waking up way too early, like, I don't know, probably 4:30-ish to 5, depending on the day. Yeah. And then, you know, you drive anywhere from 30 minutes to our main location for set, like, you know, where we shot, like, at the museum or Dino Bite Cafe, or if it's on location, like in a forest or a beach, you know, that takes, you know, upwards to an hour. And so you're all trying to like stay awake or maybe catch a couple more Z's in the van. Yeah. And then you get there, they throw you in the makeup chair. You know, for some of us like me, it was pretty fast because, you know, my character's hair was short. I just had to shave and, you know, I grow a 5 o'clock shadow pretty fast. So even then they had to like put makeup on just to make sure it covered that stubble. But like Yoshi had to be in the chair longer because although his hair was long, they actually tied in extra extensions to make it even longer. Oh, okay. So like they literally hand kind of knit them together, and then at the end of the day, he had to have that hand unknitted. So it depends on who you were, you know, like for your hair and stuff. But for me, like, you know, we get to set and then you do a run of the lines. You know, the director has an idea. So let's say we're in the, you know, the command center, whatever, or like our base. You know, and they'll be like, hey, so I'm thinking you guys stand here and here, and then the camera will be here. We'll shoot this coverage first. Let's run the lines. Then we'll run it. And then if they have any, oh, well, you know, maybe you should do it more like this. But typically they were kind of free with it as long as you did it, you know, Power Ranger-esque, superhero-like. Yeah. And then, you know, you would shoot, and then they do multiple takes, and then they're, all right, we're going to set up for another shot, go take, 5 minutes, so we'd have to go walk out, sit there for 5-10 minutes, come back, redo the same scene, then leave, redo the same scene from another angle, so everyone gets, their coverage, and then eventually it's done. But, like, to put it in perspective, the episode where we first discover our base, with the Epigem port, where the crystals are, that took 2 days, I think, of filming, so a grand total of like over 15 hours to do that 3-minute little sequence of, oh my gosh, this is so cool, and then me getting in a fighting stance trying to protect Michael and Camille. So it takes forever. So 15-16 hour days are pretty normal.
That sounds about right. You know, I know a lot of the previous Rangers from previous seasons, they said I think it might have been Mia that said that she auditioned for, I think, was it Megaforce? Was there ever a point that you auditioned for like Samurai and Megaforce, or was Dino Charge like the first one that you actually auditioned for?
I auditioned for Samurai as well, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did. I went in for 3 auditions, if memory serves. And I was super committed to it. Like, my friends wanted to go see Avatar: The Last Airbender in theaters, because that was like, they were going to the midnight premiere, and I wanted to see it too. Yeah. But I ended up opting out because my 3rd audition was the next morning, and I was like, no, I gotta really get Power Rangers. And like, my Power Ranger friends that grew up with me watching it were like trying to help coach me, and I didn't get it, and I was just so beyond bummed. So like, I didn't even care about the Dino Charge audition. I was just mad at them. So I was like, whatever. Like, I only knew about it because a friend who remembered me from an acting class said he told him about me because he remembered I was an acrobat, and they were interested. And so he's like, you should go. And I was like, okay, fine. And then I went, and then I was, just kind of more aloof. Yeah. Always seems to work in your favor in this industry. So, I wanted it, but I was less anxious about it because I figured I wouldn't get it since they already denied me. Yeah. And then they gave it to me, lo and behold.
I mean, what was that experience? I know with Samurai, that was kind of like Saban really, he got the property back. So was it like a lot of people really jumping in for that audition for Samurai?
Yeah, I mean, they were at different locations, but I mean, honestly, both of them had a lot of people. But I can't really say one had more than the other because, you're only called in at your time, and then when you do your audition, you leave. I don't see who comes in before me or after. I can just glance at the sign-in sheet and be like, oh, there's a lot of names. But it's not like you write Brennan Mejia auditioning for Red. It's Brennan Mejia and whatever color they tell me to do.
So, you've been going around to different conventions and such. I'm pretty sure you're enjoying, fans just adoring you. What is the oddest question you've ever been asked?
The oddest question? Man, I don't even know. I get asked odd questions a lot, I guess. I don't know. I can't. That's a hard one. It's not something that sticks in my mind. Like, what's your favorite episode? What's the oddest question? I mean, being asked what my oddest question is kind of odd. No, just kidding. I mean, some people will ask like, "Hey, what do you do to work out?" It's not odd, or are you a Christian? Or I don't know. Like, did you watch Power Rangers? What color did you want to be? Do you really date Shelby in real life? No, like, I'm married, man. Like, so, I don't know. You get interesting things, but it's nothing like crazy yet anyway. Yeah. Most people are just like, oh, you did a great job, or, how was it, like, filming in a different country? So the questions get fairly, on track with being similar to each other after a while, but, the people who are asking them are different, so it keeps it fresh.
Yeah. Have you ever wanted to like try to go to Japan and maybe try to do like a cameo in one of the Sentais in kind of a way, or is that just
something? Oh heck yeah! Are you kidding me? Like, dude, I love Japanese culture. Like Nihongo ga Skoshi Hanasamasu. Like, I speak a little, like very Skoshi, very little. Yeah. But I mean, I love anime. I love just the way, like, working with our stunt doubles, the way that they're so respectful and the way that they work so hard and they're always ready to go and trying to make sure you're safe even if you want to do the stunts yourself. They're like, oh, wear these pads. You're like, no, I'm good. They're like, no, please wear them for me. And it's like, okay, because they really want to make sure you're safe. And Japan is on my to-do list for sure.
Yeah, because I saw Yoshi. I was watching Ninja, and somebody pointed out that he was in it. I was like, he was in it? And I was like, man, I got to go back to the episode and look. I was like, oh, he is in it. Cool.
Yeah. He was indeed.
How was it working with him, though, in particular? Because I know he's really, like, hardcore into the whole Power Rangers and everything.
Well, him and I were really the ones on our season that were like fans of Power Rangers. Like, you know, I was the fan to the point where like I collected the Megazords and had a bunch of toys. You know, and I had a Green Ranger come to one of my young birthday parties. You know, like not Tommy, but I thought he was Tommy.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah, but you know, it's not like I'm a super fan to the point where I watch like every episode on repeat. Like, I don't have time. I'm trying to be in new shows, let alone watch every old episode ever.
Yeah.
So, but you know, Yoshi, he watched it, you know, because when he came from, you know, Indonesia, it was like what he watched. So he didn't even start with Super Sentai. He started like with, you know, Power Rangers. At least maybe I'm right. I think. I don't know. I have to ask him. But anywho, he and I would kind of like, when we read an episode, if we found a plot hole, we would discuss it with each other, and then we would go to Chip and point it out, and then he'd be like, "Oh yeah," and then he'd fix it. So like Yoshi and I were kind of like doubling as, in case there was a mistake, an accident, we had to make sure it was corrected because we wanted our season to be good.
Yeah.
So, you know, it was very heartfelt. Him and I both really wanted it to be, you know, not just another acting job, but because it was Power Rangers, we're like, come on, let's inspire, you know, the next, you know, season, age or era or whatever. Let's make it happen. So hopefully we did a good job. We tried.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it reaching its 25 years and such. What has been your thoughts on seeing like the stuff like Shattered Grid and seeing your characters kind of get interacted into that whole little storyline and such, or just, you know, and also just 25 years of Power Rangers in general? What are your thoughts on all of that?
Well, am I even in the Shattered Grid yet? Because like, as of San Diego Comic-Con, I don't think my character was really mentioned.
I think they had your team as like background. You're there in some sort of capacity.
Yeah, but like, you know, at first they were supposed to do more and then they changed their mind or something. So I don't know. Like, I like the Shattered Grid story, but I'm not really in it as far as I know as of now. But, you know, I'm still trying to fight Legacy Wars to put me in that game. So, you know, I make random messages to them. I'm like, hey, so when am I going to be in this? Because I'm boycotting your game until you let me in. But, you know,
it's like, please.
Yeah, right. But, you know, the 25th anniversary, that's crazy to think it's been on that long. And I've literally, although I haven't watched every season, I did start it in the beginning. So it feels cool. It's not like I jumped on it's a cool thing bandwagon. No, I was like a legit fan who was blessed enough to become a Power Ranger. So it's kind of just, it's surreal. Like, you know, because like there's shows I've worked on where once I booked a guest star, then I go watch the show as research. Yeah. But Power Rangers is like, I already know what this is. So.
Yeah. It's like very, like you said, very teamwork centric. So you have a basic idea anyway. It's already outlined and stuff. So
exactly.
Yeah. What do you know, in your opinion, you know, like you said, keeping with the whole 25 years, you know, and such, what do you feel has kept Power Rangers kind of still being in that pop culture, you know, zeitgeist, so to speak, and stuff, in your opinion?
I think it's the nostalgia aspect. You know, everyone may not know every season. Mm-hmm. A lot of people that I talk to when they find out I'm an actor, they're like, oh, what have you been in? I'm like, oh, I'm a Power Ranger. Like, oh, that's still on. I get that all the time. Yeah. Like, they don't know it's on, but they know what it is. They understand that Power Rangers is a thing. So, I mean, I've had for an odd question, people sometimes go, oh, you were in the original? How do I look that old? Like, I mean, not calling the original people old, but it's like, I still audition for high school, and you're asking if I'm in my 40s. Like, no, I'm not. You know, I'll get there, hope God willing, give me a couple more years of life. But no, I'm not in my 40s right now. So it's just kind of funny. Yeah. But yeah, I think it's the fact, again, like it's the teamwork, it's the cool music, the theme songs. Like for me, for video games, because I'm an avid gamer, the music is what makes me like a game or not. Like I have a lot of soundtracks to games, like from the old Super Smash Brothers. You know, I have soundtrack to some of the Zelda games. You know, I like the melodic part, and like it kind of sets in your mind. You know, like the Friends soundtrack. Yeah, that's a good show anyway, but everyone knows it. Yeah. So you know the Go Power. You know what it is. So Dino Charge had a good theme song in my opinion. And, you know, just having that to draw you in. And then people go, oh, yeah, you know, and we're color-coded, which makes it easy to remember. You know, so there's mold, and there's toys. So we just have such a driving force behind Rangers, which keeps it relevant. Yeah.
All right. So if you had to build your dream team of Power Ranger team and go in hard mode here, you got to take yourself and the Dino Charge team off the table here. What would be your dream Power Ranger team if you had to create one?
I had to create one, so I'm like the mentor. Or
yeah,
something?
yeah,
So
you're the mentor. You had to create your Power Ranger team. You can't include anybody from Dino Charge, including yourself.
okay, I would take Gold Zeo.
Okay.
Because that's my favorite suit, and Jason, original for sure. You should take Tommy because he's a bajillion Rangers and just has mad skills. I would take, let's see, I would take Cameron Jibo from Megaforce because his silver powers have like every power.
Yeah.
So that's pretty hard to beat, I feel. How many Rangers do I get? Do I get like
about
six?
Standard six. Standard six. We'll keep it small.
All right, I'm at 3 right now, right?
Yeah, 3. Yeah, you're 3.
I would take Billy because Billy is awesome and the brains, and blue's my favorite color. And then I would take Adam. Johnny Young Bosch rocks, and he's multiple Rangers as well. Was that 5?
Yes, 5.
All right, and then let's take Ciara. Ciara is cool, and we need a girl representing stuff.
Yeah, she's been everywhere. I saw her on the Legacy game. I saw the trailer with her and Tommy and the Street Fighter characters and stuff. So I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. We on the show. We're in no judgment zone. So, in your opinion, how did you feel about your guys' finale for your show?
I know a lot of people didn't like it.
Yeah.
But I also know that, for people who don't like it, it's not like we get a chance to write it. Chip listens to us if we find plot holes, but I thought it was a cool risk. I thought it was, it was different, but, it created its own set of plot holes potentially, but a lot of Power Rangers, it depends on what level you take Ranger, because you have some fans who will watch it and they'll be like, oh, that was a fun story. All right, cool. I wonder what they'll do next. Other people are like, but now that they did this, that means there's different dimensions and blah, blah, blah. And like, it gets super in depth and it's cool that you can visit it and do either or.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to that level, but you can. And if you do go to that level, Shattered Grid proved that there are alternate dimensions in the Ranger world, like universe or whatever. So, I guess that proves that Dino Charge exists in a separate universe than the others.
Yeah.
At least in my mind, I assume it does. So, I understand it could have been more of a solid, let's just fight a really strong bad guy and win, and it would have been the safe choice.
Yeah.
But I'm cool. I'm glad that we took a risk. It's not going to please everyone, but it's different. And I liked that we destroyed the world. I thought that was kind of funny. Just because it was like, yeah, we did it, guys. Oh no, we just killed everyone. That sucks. So we just kind of undid all the good. But but with the time travel element, I think it just opens opportunities for cool stories in the future, because now it's not just Time Force that time travels. Like, technically we can too. So.
Yeah. I think they said Beast Machines, it definitely did. I think for you guys, and then what we saw in RPM, and then you got the mainline Power Rangers, like you said, it definitely does open it up to where it's like, well, we're in our own dimension, so what does it matter,
Exactly.
I think Sentai, they play it very fast and loose with continuity there too, so I think, at least for me personally and stuff, when I watched it, I was like, this is actually a pretty solid series, because like you said, it is risky and stuff, but I also understood why some people were feeling that way, because I guess maybe it's the aspect of they wanted the safer choice, which is weird because most people in fandom kind of hate the safe choice. So I don't know.
They explain either way, I'd assume. If we did like a really good safe choice, like just a cool fight scene, people would have accepted it, but they would have been like, yeah, but there's nothing spectacular about it.
Yeah.
And that's true. Like, killing Zordon was a spectacular way to, end in space. Yeah. That was a cool decision. Sad, but it was cool,
Yeah.
So that was a risk, but they also meant to end Power Rangers, and then they ended up continuing it because it did so well. So,
But lastly, I got a quick question. This is kind of one of those things that pop in my head here. So the way Nickelodeon, they do the show, they do it, one season, and then they have the Super Dino Charge and stuff. So did y'all have like an extended break in between, or was it all just knocked out in like one hit?
We filmed, I think it was like through September until like a week before Christmas. Then we had the choice to go home, which I did because I got married on that break.
Yeah.
And then came back, and then we continued filming through the end of May.
Oh, okay. So
it's like 4 months and 4 months about.
Oh, okay. I was always curious because, like I said, I was used to back in the day where you just get all 40 episodes in that year and then, kick it over and stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, they just take forever to release them. But no, we shoot it all pretty back to back.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, appreciate it, Brennan. Taking the time out to talk for our show. Definitely love it. got anything you want to tell everybody, I guess, before you go? Any new, future projects, I guess, that people could look out for?
Yeah, well, before future projects, I mean, if you guys want to come say, I don't know when you're releasing this video or, podcast, whatever you're doing with it. But, Morphicon is this weekend. So if you guys want to come hang out with me in person, this weekend is relative depending on when this is released. But,
it's gonna probably be this week, definitely. So
all right, cool. So yeah, come to Morphicon, hang out with me, say hi. I'll be there all 3 days. Future projects, well, I'm auditioning all the time. I had an audition yesterday. I had 3 last week. So I'm always continuing, but I'm trying to break a little bit into the stunt world as well, put those circus abilities to good use. And then, I have a web series coming up, which we're actually just waiting for Yoshi to come back from whatever country he's in right now, because he's in the web series too, and we kind of need him to shoot. So once he's back, we'll shoot that. And then I have another web series that I'm going to finish. We shot 1 day already, and I think we're picking up again in September sometime. And then it's really just, hitting the audition circuit. It takes that one when you're not expecting it, and for me, it's just trusting in God for his timing, because there's a reason a lot of actors get depressed because there's so much time in between jobs, but you just got to keep going if it's what you feel called to do.
All right, cool. Appreciate you taking the time. Folks, welcome back. More from Metacast. We're finally continuing on our saga, because the viewers wanted it. We give it to them. We're talking Kamen Rider Agito, as they say it. But before we get into that, how's it going, Prime?
Guten Tag, mein Dude. Guten Tag, mein Fräuleins.
Yeah, I'm so sorry there was no news out of San Diego, but I do have some stories from San Diego.
I was going to say, I was just waiting. I was the whole weekend, I wasn't following any news. I was like, my boy CJ gonna deliver the goods.
Okay, so here's the thing about San Diego. Given the fact that essentially Hasbro has the Power Rangers license right now, as predicted, basically Bandai and Entertainment Earth and all the places were basically unloading the remaining stuff that they had Power Ranger wise for the remainder of the year. So if you didn't get to see the video, it's up on our 3 Black Geeks YouTube page. I did kind of like an overview of the Psycho Silver and Psycho Green figures that I got, legacy figures that I got. They're pretty dope. I like them and stuff.
They look dope. They look nice.
Yeah, they look nice. Definitely will be good when they accompany the rest of the Psycho Rangers, and I will definitely have them bad boys up on a shelf somewhere.
Yeah, I would love to see that full setup when it happens.
Yeah, because I think overseas right now you can only get Psycho Blue, Psycho Black, and Psycho Red as it stands, as far as I know.
Now my spidey sense is really tingling about those girls.
I hope they release them. That would be kind of criminal if they don't.
Have you met Bandai?
I like to think they would, but it's Bandai. Yeah, but Bandai at San Diego, it looks like they're basically unloading everything. So what you got this year was the Legacy Gold Ranger Zeonizer. It looked pretty dope, and it actually includes the other colors on there. So when you switch off, it turns different colors, so you get the full spectrum, red all the way through gold. So if you didn't get the Zeonizer, the original Zeonizer, you can get it there. That that was pretty cool for folks, for collectors and such. Other than that, they were pushing the Legacy Wars game that they got out, the little fighting game thing they had.
That's
crossing over with Street Fighter, and they had me and the guys who went to a Power Ranger party that were promoting this stuff. It's a fun little game. I'll probably end up downloading it on my phone and mess around with it and stuff. They're crossing over with Street Fighter.
It's okay. I played it for a week or so. I didn't like the interface or the controls, so unless something's really changed, I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, it's one of those, at least to me, a time waster game. That's how at least I see it, But it really felt like they were doing kind of a changing up the guard kind of thing at San Diego, because Jason David Frank was there promoting the game, and from what I'm hearing, Hasbro, they were using the Legacy Wars game as kind of like the passing the baton over, like, hey, here you go, Hasbro, now you got the license, and so not much news on that end other than, everybody going nuts for Shadow Grid, which I still need to finish up because I think it's coming up towards its ending at this stage.
I think so. I think we got one more issue of Go-Go plus a one-shot, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's a
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, it's a one-shot. Speaking of one-shot, did you actually read that one-shot involving Mystic Force?
I did, and I was wondering if you want to talk about it this episode, or do you want to save it when we do the Shadow Grid as a whole? Now, the one-shot, the 25th anniversary one-shot, has nothing at all to do with Shadow Grid. It's just a collection of short stories.
Yeah.
So I didn't know where you wanted to talk about that.
You know what? Okay, we'll save it for Shadow Grid because I think that's kind of like one of those collective as a whole kind of things and stuff. So I'll save it for that.
Yeah, because I have words.
Yeah. Put it this way, I will say this: Shadow Grid, I don't hate. I will wholeheartedly admit that, but it's one of those like, all right, it's good, but hey, I'm also at that kind of like how I am with Marvel and DC, where you're like, well, hey, at least after this, they're getting new blood on the book, so that's awesome. I'm
real happy about that, and let me say that because it can be like, oh my gosh, Prime hates something else. No, I'm actually really liking Shadow Grid, but I'm kind of at that point now where I'm like, yo, B, wrap it up, get to the point, B.
Thankfully, it hasn't overstayed its welcome. Like when we were talking about the Power Ranger arc with Dragon and stuff and all that. Like I felt I felt that kind of like overstayed its welcome.
How was that? Some issues, man. How? How was that 5 volumes of the damn cheese, man?
Yeah.
Overstayed an okay idea. I was going to say a good idea. That's overselling it, but it was anyway.
Yeah, it is. I will say this though, I did enjoy this. So a couple of things more from Metacast wise I have to bring up there. So I'm not gonna announce a surprise. That's a surprise that me and Prime been talking offline about and stuff. So we'll just lump that in. We'll just throw that to you guys, and you'll be like, oh my god, I can't believe the guys did this. But probably as of this recording, it'll probably be up. I got a chance to talk to Karen Ashley at BlurCon.
Oh, how'd that go?
Yeah. It was nice talking to her. I felt, it's nothing against her and stuff. I think it was just because I never got a chance to actually lock down talking to her. So it was like, finally, I get to actually interview her and talk to her. And it was a fun interview. It was definitely fun. So she definitely showed up there, and she was, shockingly enough, man, the fandom came out for her. So, hey, that was awesome.
Hey, man, everybody loves Aisha, man.
Of course. Me being a 6'4" guy, I forgot she is a very short person too. So just tall people problems, as I always say.
Yeah, I kind of had that when I met Walter Jones. I was like, oh man, you're not that tall at all, my guy.
Funny what happens when you're a kid. Here's the shocking thing. You'll probably laugh. Kevin Griveau, right? The black dude.
Yeah.
From the Underworld movies. I'm slightly taller than him. Slightly.
Gee whiz.
He's 6'3". I'm 6'4".
Jeez.
I'm not mad, but it's just like I could have sworn he was like, I thought he was Shaq's height, and that's because I watched Steel, and that was the first movie I remember seeing him in, and I was like, yeah, he's a tall dude just like Shaq. I didn't know Shaq dwarfs him, so, but he's a cool guy, cool guy. He has definitely hit the Denzel old man, no fucks given status, but he's a cool guy talking to and stuff. He's cool and stuff, but he blended himself very well at San Diego. Like, he had the full old man gray beard and had the fisherman hat on and was just walking around and nobody noticed him. Even I didn't notice him until Hilton, he's the guy that he organized and runs BlurCon and stuff. He was hanging out with him because he managed to hook him up and stuff, and both of them are frat brothers, so that's how he managed to get him for BlurCon and stuff. And like I said, hey, a lot of people were showing him love too, so I was very happy about that. I was like, you're damn right, the guy that created Blue Marvel, you need to show him love. You got to. So,
speaking of, where the hell is Blue Marvel? Has he popped up? He's not popped in the books I'm reading recently. Like, where did he go?
I haven't seen him since Ultimates ended as a book, so I hope Marvel isn't putting him on the back burner for some reason. Because damn it, his stock was rising from Mighty Avengers all the way through Ultimates. And I was like, man, they really need to keep going with him. And then I'm like, is he in any books?
Nope. And then he just poofed away.
But they bring back Typhoid Mary, so I think that's pretty interesting.
I mean, I'm going to say synergy, but is she the villain in Iron Fist season 2?
Yeah. It's interesting. They're definitely. I give them credit for them keeping with her split personalities. But we'll whenever we
I'll
get
see that.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I will say this though, the mini. I don't know if did they put out another trailer? I don't know. All I know is they put Danny in the fucking mask, and I was like giddy as shit. So yeah.
Oh, I tell you what I'm fucking giddy about. It's like the seasons are going to be 10 episodes. Like, are you finally learned a lesson? These shows do not need to be 20 damn years.
Look, if Chael is any indication, Chael was like, I don't know if you listened to the interview and stuff, but he was like, yeah, they looked at all the good and bad criticism they got from season 1, and you watch season 2, and it's like, oh, okay, cool. They've improved. They've done things.
Because, I mean,
yeah. So
these shows do not need to go on as long as they do, man.
10 episodes seems like it's the perfect.
Tighten it up.
10 episodes seems perfect. I know a lot of people say 8 episodes, but I'm like, but I also feel before we get back to Power Rangers, I also feel 13 episodes is too long because we just grind through them so much in a day or two, so it just feels so long versus the weekly format. We're fine with 13 episodes, so I don't know.
Yeah, and I think. Yeah, I can see both sides of the argument. Like, some of that's on us because you grind through it. Well, I know I used to grind through it because I didn't want to get any spoilers. But then I just said, fuck it. And I got to say, like, watching these shows now, because I watched Punisher and I'm watching Luke Cage at my own pace, much more enjoyable experience.
Oh, yeah. Especially, side note, Runaways might pop up on Freeform, which...
I saw that.
Which hits my theory that if folks that listen to this have been listening to our recaps for Cloak and Dagger, I kind of knew that they were going to this kind of pushing for a Cloak and Dagger crossover. And given the plot points of both shows, I don't know if you're watching Cloak and Dagger or not.
Oh, I am enjoying the fuck out of Cloak and Dagger. I haven't watched Runaways yet because, like I said, somebody who knows me very well knows I love Nico Moreau and told me to stay the fuck away from that show. And I said, all right, bro, I will.
I don't know, man. I like it, but I'll let you be the judge. I don't want to sway it or anything. I always tell people, watch it, and then I'll wait to see how you like it. So, yeah.
Nah, man. When he asked me, he said, have you watched Runaways yet? And I told him no. He said, Nico's one of your favorite characters. I said, yeah, man, the fuck out of Nico. He said, yeah, do not watch that show. And I said, that's all I need to know. I said, thank you. I said, I appreciate that, bro.
Damn. I mean, okay. This isn't swaying you per se. I'll say that. I think the backstory with everything they're doing in season 1, it feels like it's a prelude to what we ended up getting in that first arc in the comics, with them really going full tilt, going against the Pride. So I really felt the first season was kind of set up, building up to the actual, they're running away and they're fighting their parents kind of shit. You know, so yeah, I could see, and thinking about that, it's like I could see how somebody that's a Nico fan is kind of like, I wish they did more with her. If anything, I've seen more people say, I wish they did a little bit more with her, but they did like her character. So it's kind of
it's
a 50-50 mix. But yeah, I know we're deviating, folks, but let's turn it back to Power Rangers. Turn it back. But yeah,
okay.
But yeah, San Diego, yeah, I have a feeling New York Comic Con is probably where you'll hit some Power Ranger-esque stuff, considering they just dropped the image today of the 25th anniversary with the Wes and Kat and Tommy morphing, and I'm claiming reservations now. I'm claiming reservations right now.
I'm, like I said on Twitter, I'm cautiously optimistic. I mean,
I've been hurt by Super Mega Force. That's all I'm saying. It's
and that wound, it's still run deep.
Yeah,
it still stings.
Yeah. So
I did laugh at this though. Did you notice how Kat, like, she was nowhere near the ignition port for the turbo morpher? Like, you just didn't even attempt, just didn't even try.
It's old age, Prime. All right, they're old. All right, sometimes they forget. I mean, what do you want, man?
And so I'm also going to jump out on a limb here by myself and say, so if Tommy's hanging out with Kat, does that mean that that true end is confirmed?
Oh, from Zio?
Yeah, are they the OTP? Is that confirmed?
I mean,
I'm calling it.
See, Prime, now
why are they hanging out with Wes? I don't know. Dinner party? I don't know.
First off, the actor that's Wes. Hey, look, him and Tommy, they're close. So clearly, Tommy hooked him up and was like, "Hey, you want to come out for Power Rangers?" Boom, there you go.
You know, I seen some people comment on social media saying like, "Oh my gosh, Tommy again," and I'm like, guys, the fuck? You did not expect Tommy not to be involved?
Look. Like, I will say this: like, whether you love JDF or not, I will always give credit to JDF, and I think Karen Ashley even mentioned it too. The fact that JDF, I think he said him and Steve Cardenas, they were like the two that were really pushing a lot of the other Rangers, and was like, yo, people still come out to watch Power Rangers and wants us to sign stuff. Like, that's a thing. Yeah. So it's like, why? If you're,
say what you will.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, you got it. I think you're about to say what I was
going to say. Yeah, I'm going to say what you said. Say what you will about JDF. That man goes hard in the paint for the property. Like, he white knights the fuck.
Good or bad.
Good or bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm not putting any value on it. I'm just stating the fact. Like, good or bad, he is in the brine for motherfucking Power Rangers, and he's ride or fucking die.
That's why I'm like, if I'm Hasbro, it's like, you better get fucking JDF for that shit. It's like, yep. Because it's like, Tommy. Which, don't get me twisted. Me and Prime were happy as shit that the twist from Shattered Grid is Boom Studios opening it up now to where they're going to have their cake and eat it too. They're going to still do MMPR stuff, but they actually are going to branch off into other Ranger seasons as comics. So I'm happy about that. That's cool.
Like, this shit is about to turn into what IDW did for like Transformers, like folded in multiple continuities. I'm all in for that shit.
Bruh, that is going to be ridiculous. If it goes the way me and you are hoping it goes, man, you're going to see. And I hope this turns into folks actually seeing the greatness of these other seasons that we have talked about. Because I feel people know them in passing, but they haven't really know the awesomeness of certain seasons. I'm just saying. I
mean, and again, just like Transformers, it exists beyond Generation 1. It goes on and it gets better and gets greater.
I want people to know the awesomeness that is Carter Grayson, a.k.a. Captain Fantastic. I'm just saying. I have been white knighting since 2000-something. Like, look, Time Force is not just a Power Ranger show. It's a good show overall. Yes. People need to recognize that greatness here. I'm just saying they need to. So I'm hoping those comics really open it up and stuff. But yeah, I mean, you got to get Jason David Frank on that. You have to. But
I mean, give him props.
Yeah, but on the toy front though, they're really going hard in the paint on the mini play toys, man. I'm like sitting up there like I really need to get some of these, man. Because did you see that they actually announced? Did you see the Gridman one they announced?
I was just going to say, just in time for, did you see that press conference they did with the original Gridman suit, and they did a practical suit for SSS Gridman?
Man, look, that suit looks hot.
I mean, fuck, the mini plug looks fucking hot. Did you see that too? They did one for...
I need all the mini plays. I really do. I'm sitting there like, how much? Please.
I can't believe 2018 is the year Gridman. And speaking of which, like, I'm 4 episodes away from the end of the show. Like, I feel like we got to do a Gridman episode. Just Gridman by itself.
Yeah, we have to. We definitely have to.
We got to talk about Gridman.
Because I feel this is God telling us, hey, guys, Gridman. You're watching Gridman, right? All right, Prime, CJ, bam, Gridman stuff, go.
I'm like, it's the year of Gridman. I can't believe. And I was joking on Twitter a couple of days ago how the anime premieres in October 2018. That's this year.
Yes.
And the show is called SSS.Gridman. And I'm trying to figure out what does the 4 S's stand for. It wouldn't happen to be Superhuman Cyber Squad, would it?
I don't know. Could be.
I'm just throwing that out there.
Could be. Got a question for you. Got a question for you, Prime. Just did you geek out over those images of Kamen Rider ZO?
You mean Kamen Rider wristwatch man?
Yes. Did you see the suit? The suit looks tight. I don't know if that's just me.
I mean, a lot of people like the suit. Has a
Kamen Rider build aspect to it a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not a hater. I really love the mask, and I really love the fact that he's supposed to look like a 90s wristwatch. Like, I fucking love that.
Yeah.
Like the neon, like it's fucking gorgeous color scheme. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
Yeah.
Color scheme is like great. The only thing that kind of bothers me a little bit is the, how the chest piece is made, and I don't know how I feel about all those little gears. But overall, I give it I give it like a solid B minus, maybe a C. I have to probably see him like suplex a motherfucker before I give like a final judgment.
Apparently this dude has time travel powers, and I'm like, oh shit, does that mean he goes back like kind of like decade and go to different Kamen Riders from different eras, possibly?
See, like I don't. So like are we about to do Doctor Who Kamen Rider? Is this happening?
That would be nice. I mean, as somebody that watches Doctor Who in passing, that sounds like that could be good.
I mean, it could be dope. Now I don't know. I haven't watched the Bill XA crossover yet because I haven't even finished XA. Like I don't know why, but I'm 2 episodes and the finale movie away from the end. But I'm just stretching it out. I don't know why.
Build, I stopped. But, I left off at 20, so it's like I'm probably way behind because I saw that picture of Kamen Rider Grease Blizzard. I'm like, oh shit, I'm way the fuck behind. Okay, let me catch up.
The show's about to end. I'm about to just take a day or like a vacation, a couple of days, and just try to catch up on a bunch of stuff.
Like,
but anyway,
Brian, where you been watching Kamen Rider? That's why.
I mean, it's a national holiday in my home. I don't know about you guys, but my friend told me about the XA Bill crossover movie and how it talked about how the continuities were merging. Like Bill, I think he told me was like in its own separate track. It was like some cross-dimensional shenanigans that was causing the 2 realities to bleed together. If that's true, somebody hit me up on Twitter and let me know. Again, I haven't watched the crossover movie, so I can't comment. This is just me giving secondhand information. So if that's the case, then if it's like, you know, kind of like DC's Crisis on Infinite Earths with like shit merging together, or again, kind of like Kamen Rider Decay with the worlds collapse on each other, and Geo, however you pronounce it. I think it's Geo. I think pronounce it Geo.
I was saying Zeo, but you know, that's just my Power Ranger intuitive popping up in there for that.
Yeah, I think it might be Geo because anyway, Japanese alliteration. But anyway, if they do that, that sounds kind of effing dope to me, and I can't wait to watch it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, did you see that picture on Twitter for the I guess the visual history of a Power Rangers book that's coming out in a couple months?
Yeah, I saw the cover with the 4 written by Al Johnson.
Yeah, I might have to get that. That sounds like a coffee table kind of book to have.
And nothing wrong with that. And I've been trying to find the art book they released a couple of months back. Boom Studios did the artist tribute.
Yeah, I need to get that too, man.
Yeah, I haven't found the physical version anywhere in any of the bookstores in my city. But I did like see it digitally. Like I did like, you know, flip through it. It's kind of it's alright.
Is it
a couple of good pieces in there?
I mean, is it anything like the kind of like, I don't know if you went through the Capcom tribute books by chance? Have you?
Yeah, kind of. No, not really. It's more or less just like because I really like the Capcom tribute books, like the Street Fighter and Mega Man one.
Yeah, I got both Mega Man books and I got both Street Fighter books. Hey, I got them right when they were early. I was like, let me get these now before they just gone.
Oh, them some nice books. But anyway, it's not like that where it's like, you know, different art from the ages and it gives like, you know, encyclopedic information. No, it's just like straight up Boom related artists is doing, you know, tribute arts from different series. And if I guess now, this is just me going from memory, but I think the split was like 80 Mighty Morphin, 20 everything else.
Yeah.
I think.
That sounds about right. Because, you know, hey, we love our Mighty Morphin. Let's just be real.
Gotta get that G1. So anyway, there's a couple of nice art pieces. And I really would love to own the physical book just to, you know, have it as a centerpiece.
Yeah.
But I'm really interested in thumbing through that visual history guide book because a friend of mine from a couple of years ago, that was like his life project. Like he wanted to do a whole visual history and like he was working on researching and writing it. And I don't think he was able to get anybody to buy into it. So I wonder if he's kicking himself in the shins right now. If he had just waited a little longer.
I mean, I'm curious to see what the price point for the book honestly is. That's just me.
I'm betting it was going to be about 50.
That's not bad. It's not bad at all.
I'm betting.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of the figure art on the figure art front, guess who's getting the figure art, Prime? Take a guess.
Go ahead. Just go ahead and tell.
The Hell Brothers from Kamen Rider Build. They're getting the figure art.
Mm-hmm. They are.
You can just hear you can feel the hate emanating from Prime right now. It's just oozing.
Explain to me why Batman has 4 figure arts.
Because he's fucking Batman. You should already know the answer to that one. Come on now.
Explain to me why the Incredible Hulk has 3 figure arts.
I didn't know he had 3. I just figured he had 1. What's the other 2?
Yeah, he had Age of Ultron, Thor Ragnarok, and he's getting into Avengers Infinity War.
It's the same fucking thing in Infinity War. What
the same fucking... It's just a different head sculpt.
At least Ultron and Ragnarok I understand, because, he had a different outfit in Ragnarok. Fine. But it's like Infinity War, like, the dude was barely in it. Like, he tried to two-piece Thanos, and Thanos fucking clapped back on his ass. Like, what figure art do we need? Like, God. Golly, man.
That's what it is. So, also another note. So, did you see that Ultraman Ruby premiered?
No, I did not. I have seen pictures of it, but I did not jump in on that.
Yeah, I think they're up on the 4th or 3rd episode now. Okay. I haven't watched it yet. Because I'm still in the middle of Orb.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And looks pretty dope. It's 2 brothers as Kamen Riders and fire and ice.
They combine, or is it like separate?
No, they're two separate.
Oh shit, that's even better. That is.
Yes, sir.
Better. Oh, did you see GameStop? Because apparently GameStop is in the toy business, at least until GameStop goes out of business. But
what you mean GameStop stops? That's terrible.
Now,
that was got off.
Apparently, they're selling the Legacy Armored Red Ranger and stuff. So, yeah.
Did you? And I saw they're also selling like Mighty Morphin Ranger key set plus the combined blaster from Dino Charge. But
hold on,
the Armored Red Ranger.
There's a Ranger key set at GameStop?
Yeah. It's just Mighty Morphin. It's just all the boys, the girls. And it's in that silver Power Ranger package. That generic ass.
Oh. Okay.
Nondescript.
Yeah.
But did you see that ad for that Armored Red Ranger?
No, I did not see the ad. I did not see the ad. Is it that bad?
Oh my gosh. Hold on. Let me take a deep breath. Okay. So the copyright on the ad it goes and you got to forgive me because I'm paraphrasing and I'm trying to be fair and I don't have time to search for it.
Okay.
But it says it goes along the lines of like, even though this show was kind of cheesy and you're kind of kid, you can't deny undoubtedly coolness of the non-canonical Red Ranger wearing the gold dragon shield.
Wow, really?
Like,
that's enough to make me want to flip a table, but I don't have a table to flip because I like my desk too much to flip it with the computer on here.
Boy, my dude.
You couldn't even go a Google search. Like, it's like if I typed in Armored Red Ranger, it will literally pop up the 2 episodes that he was in the armor. Actually, no, count 3 that he was in the armor, and somehow it's non-canonical. Really?
Boy, and like,
put some respect on Mighty Morphin. How the fuck do you not know that? Like,
that's my thing. That's my whole thing. Because and I'm also going to get into a little side tangent here. A friend of mine on Facebook posted this video that talked about that Sentai Moms OVA we talked about briefly with Decky Yellow.
Is that out in some sort of capacity?
Yeah, that's out.
All right.
Yeah, you just got to find it.
All
but
right.
There's a video from I think it was BuzzFeed, and like the captions on they do those little cutesy musicy videos and they post scenes and have like their written words and whatever crap.
Yeah.
And the video said like the next Mighty Morphin Power Ranger series is going to be Mighty Morphin Moms, and I'm like, the journalistic integrity you're proving you have absolute none.
It's like you can just Google search it and it's right there.
The next and this really makes me so mad. Like, it's the lack of respect. Like, if I hopped on a website right now and said Spawn, the best Marvel character is going to get a new movie starring, like, you have to.
Sir, you just predicted BuzzFeed's next article. I hope to God that is not a thing. I really hope they don't do that.
Like, if I hopped up online and I called the Millennium Falcon, the Enterprise, I would get my ass roasted.
Oh,
you know
you
what
would
I'm
get
saying?
kicked off Twitter
like,
immediately just on the principle of that.
Just like the lack of respect, and not just it's the lack of respect and the lack of fucking journalistic integrity to spend 5 fucking seconds in Google. It's even the fact that they're getting some of my Power Rangers wrong. It's like the lack of fact checking and accountability on your fucking end as a writer and as an editor to make sure that the shit that you're purporting is factual.
Pretty sure that comment section was they were getting torn up.
That's like putting the fucking G on Mighty Morphin. Like, what the actual fuck?
But hey, Prime, and good news though, for the price of $112, you too can get the Mega Ranger Morpher and Battleizer set.
Shut up and take my fucking money.
November 2018. I
will
probably spend the money for that because I love Mega Ranger, but I also like Sentai, so yeah, I might have to get that.
I mean, I won't fault you for that, my guy.
That sounds like a very reasonable price too. It really does.
Especially if you're trying to, or better yet, well, not better yet, but or alternatively, if you can't afford that, just wait a couple of months when people try to offload the originals because they start depreciating in value because of the new set.
Because Bandai Japan knows what's up.
Because Bandai Japan don't play that shit.
Like, oh, really? Word? Oh, actually, that's funny because that's what happened with the American Morphers. Remember when they put out the Legacy Morphers and the price of the original Morphers devalued? So now it's like, oh, I guess I can get the original 93 Morphers now. Before they were like $600. Now it was like, oh, I can actually get it for about $80. It's not bad. Not bad at all.
Not bad. Or another example, when they announced the renewal Kabuto SH figure art, the original SH figure art Kamen Rider Kabuto, that shit was going for like, I think the highest I seen it once was like $250. And like, don't get me wrong, it's a figure art, so it's a good figure.
Yeah.
But the original Kabuto was a shit representation of Kabuto. It was a solid engineered figure. It was because it's a figure art, naturally it's going to be just a good figure.
Yeah.
But as a total Kabuto, it was pretty trash.
Yeah.
As soon as they announced that renewal figure, boy, that shit dropped down to about, you can pick up one for $15, $20. Laughing my ass off.
We were talking earlier at the top of the show about like Bandai unloading everything. Apparently they were actually going to do Legacy Zeo Gems. No,
they weren't. Don't play with my emotions, Bandai. Don't lie to me.
Bandai had it. They had a listing for it on Amazon, and when that whole thing with, basically when a changeover happened, it got thrown in limbo and it got taken off the table. But
don't play with me like that.
So, but they also said that they have a few items that they didn't announce yet that they're excited about. So basically, at this point between now and January, don't be surprised if at, like I said, New York Comic Con, they start announcing more shit and stuff to unload. So,
Do you think they're just going to just get buck wild at Power Morphicon?
I'm already miffed that I can't get the Legacy Dracon figure. Because I was actually, no bullshit, I was actually going to go, and then I looked at like how much tickets were, and then I was like, say, Chris, you still want to go to New York Comic Con, right? Yeah, Power Morphicon ain't in the cars this year, and I was like, you right. So hey, I had to make adult decisions, unfortunately, but fortunately too. So that's one of those things. It's like when you're adulting, it happens.
Well, maybe there'll be a situation similar to how the Green Cycle was shaping out. Because I remember everybody was freaking out thinking they weren't going to get one, but now it's like, if you want one, I think it's pretty easily attainable.
Yeah, I was feeling bad because when I did the video and stuff, because of how I am used to how scalpers are on eBay, I was like, hey guys, if you really want to get a Psycho Green, you're going to probably have to spend $100+. Well, I was proven wrong because there were some people in the comments like, yeah, you're right, but if you're lucky, you might get a Psycho Green for $65, $70. I was like, well, that's awesome. Cool. So I was like, all right, cool. Hey, at least people are able to get Psycho Green. So, hey, maybe Legacy Dracon I can probably cop because I would definitely like to at least add that. As much as I'm like 50-50 on the character at certain times, cool, fine. You know, that's awesome. That hopefully it's not just a Power Morphicon exclusive. You got to make it available to everybody to some extent. So, you know,
hopefully,
you know. So, but yeah, you know what's funny too? We were talking about the 25th thing and stuff. I do think it's awesome that Yoshi gets to, you know, fight alongside his brother in the team up.
So here's my question. I got a question. I have a question in the back. I have a question.
Yeah,
me.
Yes, Prime.
How's it going?
Yes, Prime. What do you got?
So in Ninja, there was a cameo from Yoshi as he's a civilian being rescued by, ironically enough, the Aoi Ninja.
Mm-hmm.
Will you be using any footage from the episode just for lulz?
If I'm Saban, that would be smart. But you know, it's not.
Can you just imagine they use the footage from that episode?
That would be dope.
And have Yoshi dubbing himself. Like, please,
man. Hey, look though.
Please, it's like just.
I will give them credit though because the primetime special of this episode is Tuesday, August 28th at 8 p.m., which is the same time that the first episode of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers premiered.
So I have another question. Excuse me, Prime Gundam in the back, Morphin Metacast. How's it going? Question.
Mm-hmm.
So, how long is this episode?
Don't know.
Because if it's 30 minutes, you can keep that. I'm good.
Can I get like 45 at least, please? That'd be nice.
I mean, I'll take 35. I'll take 35, 40. But if you come at me talking about your usual...
That. Give me 45. That's where I stand at. I put my foot down. 45.
I'm gonna say I'm being fair because if you're gonna give me your usual 22 minutes, I'll let you give me an extra 10. Give me 35.
If it's a half-hour episode, it better be the fucking veteran Rangers from the time 8 o'clock hits to when it credits at 8:30. Don't skip me on anything.
If it's gonna be their standard episode length, that shit better be delivered with limited to no commercial interruptions.
Thank you. Say 8 o'clock. Say 8 o'clock. Kids, go to fuck to bed. All right, Jesus.
Because if you coming at me with that 22-minute bullshit, you can keep that. I'm good. I'm straight.
See, I'll know because I'll be watching it and I'll be like, hey, Prime, you see this shit? 30 minutes. What the hell, man? It's exactly on one tweet.
Hey, you know what? Hold on. You said August 8th. We got the live stream that shit. Hold on. Let me see what that is.
Okay, if it's a day that we can live stream it, I will so fucking do that. It's Tuesday, August 28th.
Tuesday, fuck. I'm clearing my schedule. Hold on.
8 Eastern.
Doing this shit live.
It's 8 Eastern, 7 Pacific, by the way.
I'm doing this shit live on there. I'm clearing my calendar right now.
7 Central. Yeah, 7 Central. So if we could do that, we might make that like a live Morphin Metacast kind of thing. We might have to.
Dude, I'm clearing my calendar. We finna work out something. I'm doing this shit right now.
We gotta do it. I gotta clear out the time for that shit because that is.
It's happening. It's happening.
It's happening, folks. Yes, you heard it here, folks. That is going to be a special little Morphin Metacast commentary live watching that shit. By any means necessary. That is going to be hilarious.
Oh, man. I swear. I promise you if this is 22 minutes, I'm going to be mad as fuck.
Dude, that's going to be the most saltiest episode ever. Like, hey, Prime, you see this shit?
I'm going to be mad as a motherfucker.
Gonna be angry Prime. That's going to be hilarious. Now, at this point, I'm like, please make it 30 minutes. Please be 30 minutes. I need angry Prime now. Let's go.
So you think I talk bad about this shit? You think I talk bad about this shit now? Ooh, hold on. My wife just brought me pizza. Thank you.
Now Prime is happy.
Yes, now I'm calm. Okay.
All right. But anyways, so we're here today. I think I think that might be everything news wise that I can think of off the top that popped up and stuff. Oh, and also Tommy doing the Drake in My Feelings dance is probably the funniest shit I've ever seen in my goddamn life.
Oh, we didn't mention the fucking Ryu Ranger from the Legacy game.
Yeah. I didn't see pictures of it. That's the funny thing. I played the game and I messed around with Dracon, who is broken as shit in that game, by the way. But I didn't see the Ryu Ranger.
Okay, so in case you guys didn't know, I think we mentioned it briefly. Like, there's a crossover with the Power Rangers Legacy mobile game with Street Fighter. So it's Power Rangers X Street Fighter.
Synergy.
Which side note here? Can I get off the bus for a second and go on a little side rant?
Go for it.
So I play Injustice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Both mobile and console.
Yeah.
And last week, I read a new comic release from DC Comics. They're doing Injustice versus Masters of the Universe. Now, DC crosses over with the Masters of the Universe like on a frequent basis. It's just, I think, 2 or 3 years ago, during the New 52, they did a crossover with DC Universe versus Masters of the Universe. That's an ongoing thing. It happens a lot. It happens all the time. That's neat. That's cool.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I have a question. Another question. Hi, Prime Gundam, DC Comics, Warner Brothers. Nice to meet you. Why isn't there a Injustice versus Hellboy or an Injustice versus Ninja Turtles? Guest characters who are in Injustice 2. Also, here's another question. Why isn't there an Injustice versus Mortal Kombat?
Because they don't like money, apparently.
Why are you flipping the table? DC, why you guys running? Come back. It's just a simple question. Why? Stop throwing things. I'm just asking simple questions. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm reading this Injustice versus Master Universe. Spoilers, by the way. If you played Injustice 2, can you guess which ending this comic book confirms is canon?
The Superman one.
All the Superman ending is the canon ending.
The fuck, man! You couldn't just keep the Batman ending. This is
nope.
Even though, like, the Batman one makes so much sense versus the Superman one. That's the crazy part about it.
The Batman one makes sense. You're going for an optimistic, hopeful universe, but you would forget, CJ. This is the Injustice universe where everything fucking sucks.
Endings, so it's like, yeah, so
There's
Superman.
No happiness here.
So Superman's an asshole and decides he's going to be Brainiac 2.0, which I'm like, but isn't that what you fought against, Supes? I'm just confused on the logic here.
I feel some type of way about High Chancellor Supes. Also, here's another side note that I didn't like about the book I read. Mm-hmm. So in the Injustice versus Masters of the Universe, there's a couple of panels where they recount the plot to the first 2 games. Batman's telling the story. Well, a Batman is telling the story about what happened, about how they defeated the High Chancellor. Mm-hmm. He uses selective amnesia and forgot to mention the fact that they had to get a Superman from another reality to beat the High Chancellor. And as he talks about that part, it just shows 2 Batman jumping the evil Superman. And I go, wait a minute, that's not how that happened.
It's like, this is a lie.
You, sir, are a filthy liar, and the truth isn't in you.
I mean, this is about as much as a lie, because I'm actually looking at a picture of this Ryu Ranger. Interesting enough, I guess. I
mean, okay, so yeah, Street Arc. So Ryu gets a power coin. Also, they're doing I think on Machinima or on somebody's YouTube channel. They're doing like a little.
That's Bat of the Sun. Bat in the Sun. They do a lot of the crossovers and stuff. That was when we saw Green Ranger versus Ryu and White Ranger versus.
I bet you that's how this whole shit started. Was that video. So they're also doing like a little short OVA that's gonna have confirmed, I believe. Jason David Frank is Tommy again. What we just say. He fucking pimps up for the brand. He's gonna have the Yellow Ranger from Megaforce, and I think am I missing somebody so far confirmed?
Yeah, Yellow Ranger from Megaforce and him, and then it's homeboy playing Ryu and the homegirl playing Chun-Li.
Fighting against them Bison is Street Fighter Cross Power Rangers.
Yeah,
and so Tommy gives Ryu a power coin. He turns into Ryu Ranger with 2. Was it with 1 U or 2 U's? I think it's with 1 U.
Ryu Ranger. Yeah, I think it's 2 U's. I think.
Oh, it's 2 U's. Okay. It's either 1 U or 2 U's to differentiate him from the actual Ryu Ranger from Die Ranger.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, somebody pointed out, wouldn't it have been nice if they just gave him that power? And I said, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you don't want
keep it separate.
You don't want those issues.
Yeah, keep it separate. And also another thing, as a one-off thing, I think it's fine. It's cute. I don't really like the design per se. Again, maybe I might feel different.
It looks basic as shit to me, personally.
I mean, there's a lot of things going on. He looks he's like a beefy boy. But that said, also, Juro Gorilla from Ju-Onger really grew on me, and he's a beefy boy.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that. It's fine. As long as it's a one-off. As long as we don't get like a fucking Chun-Li Ranger or a Blanca Ranger or a Dark M. Bison Ranger, I'm good. Just keep it one-off. That's a cute little novelty. Let's stick it there. Let's just not go fucking Power Ranger crazy.
Yeah.
I say that now.
Say that now, but,
I can already hear the wheels turning.
Because you're giving
just, can you imagine Can you imagine the thighs on a Chun-Li Ranger?
Look, them figure art figures and legacy figures will fly off the shelf if you give them a Chun-Li figure. You will have people that play Street Fighter that will want that figure in a heartbeat. Hell, there are people that probably play Street Fighter that want a Ryu Ranger figure. I kind of sort of want one, just a little bit. I mean, I ain't gonna lie.
Just for the novelty. Yeah. But I will say this: if they do a Chun-Li Ranger figure, do not buy secondhand. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah. But so we're here today to talk about one Kamen Rider Agito, which I think we mentioned in Kuga is, as the creator of Kamen Rider Agito said, it's up to the people that's watching it whether they want this to be the direct sequel to Kuga or not, which I think is such a cop-out, but whatever.
Well, I wouldn't say a direct sequel. That's the funny thing. Like, TV Arashi, I think they issued a statement where they said that, because I think we talked about this before on the show, how the Japanese, they play it fast and loose with continuity, and I think only us Western fans, we get real stick in the mud about that shit, but like they don't really give a fuck.
Well, didn't the previous era before Kuga, didn't they do basically a lot of good continuity where it's like a lot of the seasons kind of reference past seasons, particularly with Black RX.
Basically like Ichigo and Nigo, they train V3. Tachibana from the original show, he would pop up and be a mentor to other riders. Other riders would occasionally pop up and show up in other shows. And they will also mention things going on around the world, like Kakaider and Go Ranger, and I think I forget whose movie. I want to say it was X's movie.
Yeah.
But like I said, like that was just nice tongue in cheek, fast and loose. When continuity serves a point or a purpose, then there's continuity. When it doesn't, like I said, it's fast as loose. It's like there's no hard rule.
Yeah.
So with Agito, the thing is, I wouldn't even really call it a direct sequel. I would just say it's something that happens in the same world, kind of like Outlaw Star and Angel Links.
I didn't even know that was a thing, but till you just now said
yeah, like the anime Angel Links with the pirate chick girl.
Yeah,
that's in the same universe as Outlaw Star.
Oh,
so
nice.
Yeah, they exist together. There's maybe some overlap, maybe there's some mentioning of events, but it's not like a direct sequel because nothing really carries over from one series to the next.
Yeah, and I think with this one, go ahead.
So that said, like we get elements like I think we said and mentioned before in the previous episode, like the costume for GV, his inspiration for his looks and his weapons and abilities is he's based. His motif is Kamen Rider Kuga, because you know how in these suit designs, there are air quotes motifs.
Unidentified life form number 4.
Number 4, which is what they call Kamen Rider Kuga, the police call Kamen Rider Kuga from Kuga's show. Yeah. And all of his weapons, including like the gas bullets and all of that, those are all weapons designed to fight the Grongi. That's why G3 was popped into Kuga, he'd be doing all right because he was designed specifically to fight Grongi. The reason he was getting ass whooped have Agitos because those weren't Grongi.
Oh yeah, they're unidentified. They're basically unknown life forms essentially. And what's cool about this season, I will say this: the police play a good focus in it to the point that there's an arc for them. Which, hey, fuck it, I'll jump ahead. Like there's a thing in the police department where there's a bit of a pissing contest in the police department, particularly when it comes to the G3 system because. What's her face? She develops a G3 system, but then her professor from school comes in there and is working alongside Hojo, and it's basically like, hey, so I'm working with this guy over here. He has, was it a G6 system?
I think it was called the 6 system.
Yeah, the 6 system, which kind of looks like a Metal Hero. I actually thought it was a Metal Hero at one point, and it's like I forgot how many. It was like about a good 3, 4, 5 episodes that they had this little arc going on where they were all basically.
Oh yeah, it was a dope ass arc. And can I just say this real quick? It's such a refreshing thing to see competent cops in a Toku show.
Oh yeah, they'll shoot first and don't ask questions later. It's like, yes, thank you.
They actually got shit done.
Yeah, they're threats. They're actually credible threats to the unknown life forms, to unidentified life forms in this series, which I think is dope.
Unknown. They're not unidentified.
Unknown.
Unidentified or Grungy.
unknown life forms. They actually are credible threats to an extent to the unknown life forms and stuff. And that's the thing about this fleet. They're competent from break. And like I said, they make G3 gets changes over the course of the series all the way up to being G3X. And I thought that was actually pretty dope to see that evolution instead of just Agito, who just gets his powers because fuck it, just give him powers. So I mean, if there was one gripe I would say for Agito, it's just him and see, that's where I grapple with it a little bit. I don't know if you could agree with me a little bit, but like, you know how like in Akuga, when he manifested those powers, it was based on a situation and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like in Agito, he just got it just cause, or he just did it just cause.
Yeah, especially when he got his memories back, when he just all of a sudden was able to do Trinity form. Like, so you just now remember you can press both of those buttons at the same time.
Because reasons. It's like, okay, so how long you been Agito for? You can just do this? Okay, I guess. Yeah,
so here's also my thing. Like, I can kind of see why they might have gone that way, because it contrasts them from Kuga, where Kuga has to learn, and Agito seems kind of more fully, realized than Kuga.
Yeah.
And it also adds to like this era of mystery that the whole show was going for, because like, well, how does he know how to do that? How long has he been Agito? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it helps feed the atmosphere of the show.
Yeah. So the thing about Soichi, he's the lead character who is actually Agito, and what we end up finding out is at the top of the show he is basically lost his memories. So basically kind of the trope that we've seen in these kind of Toku shows. It ain't really restricted to Kamen Rider. Super Sentai does it too sometimes, where you have the hero that lost his memory and he has to remember, who he is and all those things. And
remember who you are.
CNN. Sorry about that.
Deep cuts, man. Deep cuts. Let's keep rolling.
Very, very deep cuts. So basically, it's funny with him is that later on the show he actually ends up donning the G3X suit and stuff, because since he is so used to being Agito and he has I believe he has the Agito seed within him, basically.
So maybe we should explain the plot.
Let's explain. Let's kick it back.
Let's tag team this, because it's fucking confusing. Yeah. So not confusing, but it's convoluted because it's written by our good old friend Inoue.
Yeah.
Writer of such hit shows Jetman and Kamen Rider Foz, who he love him or hate him. Like, I talked about this on Twitter with somebody. Like, when Inoue hits hot, he hits iron and it's good. When he's off, it's fucking horrible.
Hey, Foz, man, you need a fucking dictionary to figure shit out in Foz to an extent sometimes.
Oh my god. Don't get me started on Foz.
I know, sorry about that. It was just, that was something that when we started doing Morphin Metacast, I actually was watching a little bit of Kamen Rider and stuff, and Foz was one of them, just because I saw some clips and I was like, let me watch Foz, and I'm like, I'm a little confused on what's happening here. Jesus, I need to go to a fucking wiki real quick to really figure some shit out. I was like, okay, now I understand it all. So yeah, sorry about that. It's tangent.
It was just like, jeez, my God, like the kid. And half of the problems of Foz would have just been solved if motherfuckers just opened their damn mouths and talked.
Come on, Prime. You know they're not going to give you the easy answers. You know this.
I mean, it's worse than like the CW, man. It's like, you talk about the CW shows having horrible soap opera drama. I'm telling you, like 99.999% of every major conflict in Foz would have been resolved if somebody just said, hey, you know what? That's not what happened, or this makes me feel really bad. Could you not do that?
But you know what that proves, Prime, is that even our best shows that we love tend to have faults. So there you go.
I mean, anyway. Yeah. So, here's the thing. So, millions of years ago, there was a tribe that aided humanity against the Grung. And they were overseen by the Overlord of Darkness, who is essentially, the universe's god.
Yeah.
After a while, though, the unknown, aka the Lords, the angels of the Lord of Darkness, chosen that humanity was developing powers and evolving at an alarming rate. And they're like, yo, we don't like this shit. So we're gonna start killing off the mutants because fuck mutants. Humanity have to stay where they are and not, surpass us as, childs of the Overlord of Darkness.
Yeah.
So a protector using, similar powers, Sakuga rose up to protect tribes of man, and that was the first Agito. So fast forward to modernish day, there is an incident on this yacht. Was it a yacht?
It was kind of like a. See, I want to say fishing boat, but it was kind of a yacht-ish stuff. So, like, basically, So basically, the Akatsuki.
Yeah, the Akatsuki.
The
Red Dawn. I'm gonna call it Red Dawn because I'm not gonna put
the Red Dawn. Basically,
the Red Dawn.
Yeah. Was it essentially like the Overlord of Light appeared, and what they ended up doing was the passengers on board the ship were given seeds of Agito, essentially.
Yeah, seeds of evolution. And if you get a seed of Agito, you develop psychic powers or an ability.
Mm-hmm. And they can also transform into not Agito proper, but the other one, another Agito, essentially, to an extent.
Yeah, like a proto bestial form, but ultimately the end goal is you start off as a human with psychic powers. Mm-hmm. You turn into the larva state, which would be Gil or another Agito.
Yeah. Then
you evolve into Agito. Then Agito then evolves further into his different states.
Yeah. And it was like I think it was like 10 passengers on the boat that got hit with it, including what's his face? Yes, Koichi. So
Koichi and his sister.
Yeah.
His sister.
Mm-hmm.
Does his sister get hit? Yeah. So then the Overlord of water pops up and goes, "Hey, I don't like none of this shit.
Drown.
Like, we're gonna pump the brakes on this right now." So he did try to sink the boat and kill everybody who has an Agito seed, and also on the boat was Hikawa. Sorry.
Yeah, Hikawa.
Hikawa. He does his best to rescue people as the boat's going down, and that's one of the reasons why he was selected for the G3 program. Ryu, aka Gil's, his dad was also on the boat. Is that right?
Yeah, Gil's dad was on the boat as well too.
Yeah. Also, please forgive me. I'm going on this 1,000% on memory because I didn't have time to rewatch Agito because I'm in the middle of a move. And so if I get some facts or some things wrong, please correct me on Twitter.
No.
Charge it to my head, not my heart.
Gil's dad was on the boat, and that also played into Gil, aka Ryu. He has basically kind of a fear of water, even though me and Prime have dubbed him basically Kamen Rider Aquaman, essentially. Anyways,
basically, how you have a fear of water, but you're on a swim team, bro?
It's does not compute.
Though, you see the first episode when he fucking almost drowned, though?
Nigga, it's that's hey, Momoa, you're Aquaman, but I hate water. Well, you're going to have to learn to swim today, dog. Bam, Aquaman drowns and dies, and it's wow, grand opening, grand closing. That sucks.
Well, also, never mind the fact, can I just say off the breaks, being Kamen Rider Gills is suffering, because that man's life fucking sucks.
Bro, okay, so... His
life is so shitty. Hold on. His life is so shitty. Even Peter Parker be like, "Yo, bro, you need $1? Are you okay? You need a hug?"
Okay, so the kicker about Gills, folks, is unlike other Kamen Riders where they have a belt, and even Amazon has a belt to transform, and that regulates their. If I believe even in a new Amazon series, the belt is a way to kind of regulate the transformation. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Gills, on the other hand, he really doesn't get that comfortability for it because his is a straight up beast transformation, and it's yo, that sucks for you, dog.
And each time is very fucking painful.
Oh yeah,
also,
yeah. And his face basically ends up kind of transforming over time too, as well.
Yeah. Also, another side note, another thing that I really liked about Agito is that the three main riders, their power sources are a text of their representative of power sources other Kamen Rider shows. You got Agito representing Mystic, G3 representing Man-Made, and Gills representing more or less Beast Transformative Rider.
Oh yeah, that's actually dope. That's pretty nice. That is.
I mean, it makes sense because Agito is the 30th anniversary series of Kamen Rider as a franchise.
Yeah, that's perfect. I mean, hell. That's why I actually love that the picture that they show that we actually I'm probably going to put up as the picture of a thing of just G3X and Gills and, you know, another Agito, it does a solid representation of what, like I said, even through these series and stuff like that, it does represent it, because you do still have your man-made Kamen Riders. That's a thing still, even to this day. So I think that was actually pretty good. And I gotta be honest with you, I like Gil's outfit a little bit more because, I mean, who doesn't like green in a Kamen Rider outfit?
I mean, he looks fucking dope.
It looks clean.
It really breaks my heart that the suit is in such disrepair.
In what way? In real life, or
the suits? Yeah, in real life, the suits it's falling apart. Like, you remember, I think we talked about in a decade, like when they did that flashback when they was in the Agito world.
Yeah.
When they showed Gills, but the flashback was in black and white. That wasn't done for an artistic reason. That was done because the Gills suit was falling apart at the seams.
Wow. So they really don't take care of the suits. I mean, do any of the Super Sentai suits fall apart? I'm curious about this.
I mean, I don't think it was not as fast as I think the Kamen Rider suits, which is, you know, all plastic and rubber and shit.
Yeah, I mean, it does seem like they're very involved, and considering how many movies they do with these suits and all that stuff, it would make sense that they. Yeah, you're right. Definitely right on that.
Which is nuts to me, because you have the people over at Subara who does Ultraman. Like, it looks like for Gridman, when they did that fucking press release, first of all, they made a practical suit for a show that's an anime. You're probably never going to see that suit ever again in live action.
Nah, you won't.
Probably never ever again.
Nope.
Then you look at classic Gridman, OG Gridman. He looks like he got a new underbody, and it looks like they touched up his fucking armor chest pieces.
Huh.
It looks like they actually gave a fuck.
Yeah. That is.
I mean, what a concept, right?
Yeah, I will say this though. So basically, I guess we talk about it with Soichi. His sister died the most tragic of deaths. The fact that her not being able to control Agito and she decided to commit suicide. That sucks. Big time.
Not as much as that girl who Gills liked, who developed psychic powers, but who was trying to trick Soichi into protecting her with the power of Agito, but then realizing, hey, I can protect myself, and then goes, hey, I can protect you, Gills. Then, hey, oh no, I'm getting my neck snapped. Oh, hey, why is Gills fighting Agito? Agito didn't kill me.
Well, because, you know, once Gills saw Agito with her lifeless body in his arms, it's like, you must die! And it's like, but he didn't. Okay, I guess we gotta have this happen.
Which is, again, hey, why don't you guys, I don't know, talk? Why are you attacking me?
It's like, that unknown monster snapped her neck. Why are you killing me? What's going on here?
Why are you coming at me with the break? Why you got the same energy coming at me, but you got the same energy coming at him?
Hey, I will say this though. You know, we talked about with G3. I like I said, the progression of that suit was awesome because, like I said, early on in the series, he is getting his ass whooped because they, like I said, they don't have
stomped on.
They don't have data on these unknowns, and like you said, they only have data on the previous monsters. So I thought that progression of the police force is still sticking it out, but it's like, yo, he needed help at times from Agito. I like how later on, when he gets that beef up in power and shit, and he takes out a fucking unknown, the police force is like, well, I guess we go with G3X, and it defeated the unknown. Might as well go on ahead and just stick it out with them. So, but yeah, early on, if you're a G3 fan, you're going to be disappointed, like, early on. Like, he gets the brakes beat off of him every chance.
But you know what? He keeps on trying.
Yeah, he keeps on trying, you know, and yeah, we see the fact that, you know, Makoto basically, we find out later on when they do the G3 thing and this stuff and the suit gets upgraded that he really puts so much effort into the suits that he tires himself out and tires his muscles out, and he basically stresses his body to its limits. You know, just trying to sit there and really work inside the suit. So, and also it's funny with the suit process. It's literally like putting on an actual suit. No henshin or nothing. He literally just gets in back of a truck, puts on a suit, and then goes out and fights.
Yo, and I guarantee you by the time he puts that helmet on, that unknown has killed at least 17 people.
You're nice, Prime. I was about to say like 25, 30, possibly. You know.
Guarantee that's a massacre. Guarantee there's some dead
It's
people.
like my son died. Hey, I was putting on the suit. All right, Jesus, I'm here to help. All right, we complaining about you.
I mean, you need to get a flash ring there, G3. Just saying.
Nah, but so earlier on, like I would say, early episodes is basically Soichi out here trying to find his memory and such. We see him transform into his different forms over the course of the series. Again, he just transforms into him for no reason, just cause.
I mean, well, we know the reason. I mean, we know the reason.
Yeah. The actual main bad guy, the Overlord himself, the Overlord of Darkness. Apparently he imprinted himself because they show him. I guess he got into the body of a little baby, and
he was reincarnated as a little baby. Like, I'm kind of muddied on that.
But anyways, he basically kind of imprinted himself on a woman who got killed by one of the unknowns and stuff, and he kills him. But he grows up very quick, so I would say thankfully.
Yeah, so that's another thing we should mention. Like, so if you watch the show, because they really lean really hard on Catholicism imagery.
Yeah.
The unknowns, they're only allowed to kill people with powers. Even then, like, they have to do like a little prayer ritual after they kill people, asking forgiveness to sin. But like the harming or the killing of normal human beings is forbidden.
Yeah.
So that's why the Overlord of Darkness freaks out and kills that Lord, because it killed a regular human unnecessarily.
Yeah.
Which by the way, if I remember correctly, wasn't the one he killed a repaint from Kuga?
Yes, it was.
If I'm mistaken, again,
no, you're not mistaken. Wrong, that was a repaint. That was definitely a repaint.
It was the Cheetah Girl, I think.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go from memory.
It was a Cheetah one.
Okay, I might be wrong.
No. You're right. It is the Cheetah one. Because I had that thought cross in my head. I was like, didn't I see that in Kuga? I'm like, all right, I guess, Yeah. But
like I said on Twitter, I hate that I watch so much of this shit. Like, I can recognize when they reuse props or they reuse parts of costumes and shit.
I mean, look, me and you have said the game is the game. If we're able to pick out that kind of stuff, that's just what it is. I mean, how many times have we watched Power Rangers over every season and we noticed them reusing monster suits for certain situations?
Because if I see that damn snake monster one more fucking time, I don't care if it's in a group shot. You know what I'm talking about. If I see that damn snake monster one more damn time in any damn group shot or some damn headshot, I know y'all got more monster costumes than that. I know you do.
They're gonna use it again, probably.
I know you do.
You know they're gonna use it again just to fuck with you now. Since
Oh, fuck. And I forgot to mention, speaking of costumes, dude, did you hear the news that because the suits from Go Busters are in such disrepair? We're jumping all over the place this episode. I apologize.
Oh, no problem.
Because the Go Buster costumes, including the main Ranger suits and monster suits, are in such disrepair and can't be handed over to Hasbro and them. The American production team is working to create the suits from the ground up so they can shoot better utilize Japanese footage with.
That is awesome.
That said, I hope it works out a whole lot better than the last time we had to do U.S. only suits, because
which was
them damn VR Trooper suits. Damn.
I mean, look,
how they had to recreate Spellbind and Metalder. Damn.
I mean, look, Prime.
Just damn.
The flip side to that, though, I mean, hey, them Jungle Fury Rangers for their masters would look pretty dope. I gotta admit.
I mean, true.
Saying,
also,
there's a flip side to this.
Also, being positive. So they already recreated the Ranger suits, because I think they were at SDCC. They look pretty cool from the pictures I saw.
Yeah, they did. I actually saw them, and I'm mad I didn't take pictures, but I was just like, yo, this shit looks fucking dope.
Yeah, so the only thing that's giving me a little bit pause of concern would be, what do the monsters look like and what the mecha look like?
That's all I need to know.
But this also gives me hope because that means they're willing to spend money on the production.
Yeah. Now,
but then it gives me a little pause because I'm like, wait, if you're gonna put this much time and money to recreate the shit, is it gonna just be for 1 year? Or is it gonna be for 2 years? I have questions.
That's depending on if Hasbro was into doing the Nickelodeon model of Super Beast Morphers and all that shit. So we'll see.
We'll see what happens. All right,
we'll see. But anyways, so here's the thing: you might be asking yourself, okay, so how did the Overlord Darkness, come back? So what ended up happening was when he died during the dinosaur era, he left his DNA inside of a puzzle. When the puzzle ended up getting solved, it basically reconstructed from scratch, hence why he started off as an infant. So basically, as we were saying, thankfully, and I like about the show is that the Overlord basically aged pretty quick. And what ended up pushing his age really quick was when Ryu at one point, Ryo, whatever, he was at Gills and he was in the situation because I think every time he transformed to Gills, it kind of shortened his lifespan essentially. And at one point, he was at the brink of death. Overlord comes in, prolongs his life, and by virtue of prolonging his life, Overlord turned into a young adult.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, over time, I know I'm jumping ahead here, and I thought it was interesting with the show is when it got to the point to where the Overlord had to kind of hang back for a bit because Gills almost whooped his ass. They did a 1 month time jump, which I thought was interesting because I'd never seen that before in a show like this where they literally do a 1 month time jump like afterwards. It felt like kind of like an interlude, so to speak, in the show.
Yeah, I think we should mention this while we're talking about that. Like, Agito has some really interesting, I say interesting because I'm being generous, interesting pacing. Like, but I can see I can be putting for people who's not used to it, but because I watch so many, Japanese shows and so many J dramas, I'm like, it doesn't faze me, but like I do notice it.
This was very much a J. This is very much a J drama with Kamen Rider.
Look, I just want to say this ain't nothing but a J drama with just an added superhero element on it.
Yeah.
That's like it's literally the CW Kamen Rider show. Like that's what it's
Smallville.
But I mean that in a good way. I mean that in the most positively nicest way possible. But like the pacing is so like. It's so slow in paces, and like they will drop like major plot details, and like if you weren't paying attention, like you just missed a major revelation. Like it's interesting. It's interesting, but like it's a different pace. Like it's way more
for like Ryo and his girlfriend.
Yeah, like Ryo's girlfriend or
his ex,
another Agito, the doctor dude.
Yeah.
His ex. Yeah, she like literally like just left the show on the train. We never saw her again.
Yo, that made no sense. I was like. So that's it? She's gone? What? No. You can't do that, show. You can't just put her in there thinking she's important. She just, bye, see ya, I'm out of here. Peace.
Literally rolled a train out of that man's life. Like the fuck? Because I'm thinking she gonna be major. Like that episode when the unknown was stalking her and her friend. I'm like, oh no.
I thought she was gonna be kind of like that. At the very least, I figured she was gonna be kind of like the plot point that like Gil, they were like the monsters were gonna use her near the end of the season, and as bait, and they need to get Gills out here. And no, they didn't even do that.
Yeah, no. She broke up with that man on the phone, then rode a train out of that motherfucker forever.
She went to America. That's what happened.
she died on the way back to her home planet.
A nice Poochie reference.
Thank you. Now where was I going? So like another example, another Agito, the doctor dude, when he went to the hospital to visit the Overlord of Darkness.
Yeah.
He started writing on the little piece of paper. First he started writing Luigi's name, and he takes it and balls it up, and he writes his fake name.
Yeah.
Like if you like, it's like little shit like that, or that revelation about damn, I'm trying to remember any conversation between Hojo and Hikawa. Hojo, first of all, Hojo is a fucking dick. Like,
I mean, dude, let's be real about this. Let's talk about Hojo real quick. Hojo, he's part
Hojo's bitch made.
Hojo's is a douche in the police force because he's one of those people. I mean, maybe it's just me. He's on that. I don't like. It's basically on the lines of I don't like. What's his face is G3. I don't like him and Homegirl. So I'm gonna try my best to undermine every fucking thing that they do.
He ain't nothing but a petty ass broken skull. And like I got the sense of the sense from this dude is like he's only on the police report because it's fucking nepotism. Was that right?
It's nepotism.
Did I forget it? It was nepotism.
Because from jump, he really did not think that Makoto was suited for G3, but he had to bide his time because it was basically, well, Makoto's a good cop, so of course they're gonna pick him. And again, he bided his time. He bided his time for a while.
He spent most of the damn show, plotting and scheming against him and shit, and just being a just all around just dick. And when he gets the G3 armor, like, that episode when he gets his ass rocked, like, when he runs away screaming with ripping the armor off of himself.
Yeah.
I want you to know, when I watched that show, I rewound that scene like 4 times and watched it and just laughed my ass off.
Yeah.
That face he made when he was screaming, I want you to know that was my avatar on many message boards for like months.
Yeah. Now the kicker is too, and this is again what Prime was saying, little subplots and stuff. So apparently Hojo, and I guess this is the show's way of kind of shifting him to actually not being a douche. You find out Makoto's eyesight is starting to deteriorate. So basically, Hojo ends up helping Makoto kind of fight a lot of battles using his microphone to kind of fight those battles and stuff. I was like, oh, so I guess that's the redemption arc for Hojo to show that he's not really the douchebag that we think he is.
I mean, still a jerk, but he's not a complete dick.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta have those characters. But yeah, you're right. I wish they.
I mean, he had to get.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, was it? Go ahead.
Yeah, I wish they really. I really wish that they continued with the V1 subplot, because it would have been nice to see him roll into battle with the V1 suit.
I mean, maybe.
That's just me, because I'm all for people in suits and, that kind of stuff, so I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff anyway. But yeah, Hojo was definitely a dick, but, I mean, hey, you need that. You can't have a police force about at least one person that's just like, I don't like this shit, so it is what it is and stuff.
And I mean, I was kind of muddled. Like, so what did he want? Did he just want notoriety? Did he want prestige? Like, what?
I mean,
why?
I mean, during the G3 little arc and stuff with them, in the police force dueling to see which system was going to be best. Again, Hojo being a dick that he is like, well, I'm going to get Homegirl's teacher to help me out with this suit. And the teacher's on his petty shit where he's
and her
just
teacher's a fucking dick. He's like, you're my best student, but you know what? I always hated your ass. Like really, bro? Really, home?
You passed her in your class, but you hate her. Like, how does that work, dog?
And she was like, oh, she was so happy to see that dude, too. She was like, oh, you're my favorite teacher. Bitch, I hate your guts. Damn, Holmes, for real?
Oh, that's how it is, huh? All right. Bet.
Okay. Run tell that then. All right.
That's why I'm going to win. And they did win.
All right.
Which is funny because the G3X, we end up finding out that it has all this power, but the human body inside of it can't keep up with that much power and stuff, as I was mentioning before with Makoto. So what they end up doing is her teacher ends up giving her an AI chip, which it makes it feel as though the person inside the suit is kind of like a passenger, and the suit does all the work essentially. Oh,
an AI controlling a human body? Because that always works out so well.
Yeah, and they actually do that in the Agito movie, because there's the G4
Project G4, one of my favorite Kamen Rider movies, if I might add.
Look, Kamen Rider G4, boss as hell, and I wish that was canon. I gotta admit.
You know what? I'm gonna say it is canon, and you can't the only thing that's stopping it from being canon, I think, is the appearance of Burning Form, isn't it?
Yeah, Burning Form. Actually, it was Burning Form. It was Burning Form in Gil's fucking ultimate form too, because he didn't get that in their show at that point yet.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll allow it. I can say it happens in that time period between the before that time jump.
Yeah, there's a possibility that happened, because I'm like I said, when it comes to man-made Kamen Riders, I'm always down, because those are the ones that always gets all the fucking awesome ass equipment and the weapons. So it's like, oh, he got missiles now. All right, bet, cool. Oh, Gatling gun, even better.
4-prong fucking missile launcher. G4. First of all, G4 is like everything dope about G3X, but like cooler. Like, first of all,
It's sleeker.
G3X. Yeah, no, right. First of all, G3X is already cool as shit, right?
Yeah.
But like, you just take that design and just make it cooler.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, look, you know, what I like about G3X, though, I will admit, is the fact that G3X, they finally managed to make it differentiate from being an extension of unidentified life form number 4. Like, he doesn't have the cougar chest anymore. He has like a very bulky chest and all that and stuff. Weapons are different.
He has a fucking Gatling gun suitcase. That's all I need to know.
Look, you had me at Gatling gun. That's all I'm saying. Gatling gun, I mean, look, when he defeated that monster with the Gatling gun, I was like, okay, I need more of that easily.
Did you see the look on the monster's face though when it was questioning all of his life choices that led to that point?
It's like,
when it's getting like shot in the
up.
fucking face. Getting shot in the fucking face. In mid-air, mind you. In mid fucking air.
Yes.
Thinking he's gonna like, I'm just gonna swoop at him. Oh shit, these bullets kind of can hurt. Oh fuck. Oh shit.
You know what it was? He was like, man, I saw my cousins fucking watch this shit. All right, this is gonna be a breeze.
I know, like, yeah, I saw my cousins watch this lightweight. Oh my god.
Why? I should have been home drinking some beer. This is bullshit.
I have chosen poorly.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. That's the song that immediately comes to mind. It's like, I think I made a very poor choice today. I wish I found God.
Never mind the fact, the visual, like, first when G3 was all scrawny and shit, he was getting his ass washed up on, and he pops up all buff as a motherfucker. That's the time you want to roll up on him? For real?
It's like when that creatine kicks in, it's like, yeah, bam. Yo, seriously, I'm not even bullshitting, folks. When you watch the show, it is a stark difference. It's like if Kuga all of a sudden hit creatine, and then all of a sudden popped up 3 episodes later, like, bulked up, like, yo, what's up? Like, yo, it ain't even a joke.
Like, so, swole up in the neck to my stomach, so I heard y'all were talking shit.
That's why I am a fan of just progression of a suit, and the fact that suit got the big come up to the extent that it played a part in the final battle of the season. I was happy, because I was really like, they're going to really kick G3 out to the backside, aren't they? And then it's like, oh, okay, he's actually part of the final battle. Dope.
Participating. Gay one of my, and again, another one of my favorite moments from this show was Tada no Ningen.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking.
My God, I'm blanking out now.
When homeboy was talking smack to him, saying you can't do shit, you nothing but a human. He was like, "You damn right, I'm nothing but a human. Let's go."
Oh yeah. Hey, I wish his sword was more of a chainsaw. I was really wishing it was, but I mean, I'll take it for what it is.
Wait, wasn't it?
It had the shape of a chainsaw because he basically held it like that, but it wasn't like an actual chainsaw. I was like, damn it, I wish it was like a chainsaw sword-esque thing where it actually like rotates around. That would have been pretty dope, but hey.
He already got the Gatling gun, the suitcase with the rocket on it. He can't get cooler weapons than the main character, bro. Hold on.
I mean, it's a combat knife of sorts, but yeah, you're right.
He got his one. He's good. He's good.
Yeah, he had a badass motorcycle too. I will admit. Which it's funny because that was basically again something that's an extension of Kuga. It was based off of Kuga's fucking bike essentially too.
Oh, you mean the bike that his man crush stole from him and gave to him?
All right, first off, Prime, are we calling a man? I was saying they had more than a man crush, but you might be right. I'm just
like I said in the episode, like homeboy was throwing it, but Godai wasn't catching. Like he was throwing it out there.
He's like, "Come on, dog! I'm giving you the obvious thing, and you're not doing this. What's going on, man? Come on!"
Like he was pitching it, just Godai wasn't just catching it. He was giving the eyes. He's the longest.
Yeah,
them lingering touches. Like I'm just saying. Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that though. I was rooting for him.
I am all for progressiveness. That's just what
like,
it is.
Hey. I was rooting for it. I was like, look, if that happens, I ain't mad at it.
Yeah. But if we're going back to Gills and such, I would say Ryo. It was funny. Like I said, he was basically like Kamen Rider Aquaman, the story and all. like you said,
Kamen Rider, his life fucking sucks.
Man, listen, you felt like when his father popped up into the mix and was basically pulling some like, yo, you know, your gills, take it or leave it. You know, you can become a Agito at some point, you know, but yeah, he didn't have the best of relationships with his dad. Let's just put it that way.
So what I'm waiting on is like, you know how they do like little OVAs like 10 years after or whatever.
Yeah.
So how much you want to bet that if they do one with Gills, with Ryu, and that damn dog, he's basically going to turn to fucking John Wick. That's basically what that'll be.
See, I was gonna say John Wick cross Aquaman from Justice League, where he's helping out a small town and shit.
Cause like, let's be realistic.
He is walking around at the end of the season, folks. He does walk around with a dog, you know, like King from fucking Kung Fu: The Legend Continues and stuff.
Turns to a straight hobo. So, but then be realistic though. That dog hanging out with Gills, I do not have high hopes for his life expectancy. I'm just saying.
I mean, you know,
I'm just saying.
I have a feeling he's gonna get into a bar fight and transform into Gills. So, you know, that's just me.
Like, I'm just saying he's gonna just be walking around somewhere and some dude's gonna randomly kick his damn dog and kill it, and he's gonna just go snap, go on a John Wick murder spree across half of Japan. Is all I'm saying.
Ryo Ashihara is John Wick.
Gills wet. There we
Gills
go.
Wick.
Make it happen.
Gills Wick. You killed my dog. Now I kill you. I really, you know what though? I am glad that they didn't like do the thing of like, all right, let's fix him. Let's give him an actual Kamen Rider build. I was like, no, we're gonna keep his he's gonna transform, but he also has a badass fucking Exceed form, which looks pretty cool.
Yo, one of my favorite moments from Agito was like the time he gets transformed and they do that like that real high artsy thing where the suit is like walking side by side with him,
coming out of the fog, just like, yes, this is Gills, his transformation and stuff. Because it's like you said, they make it very high artsy instead of the usual like tragic like, you know, Werewolf from London type of transformation kind of thing that they probably could have did. You know,
which they did proceed to do for the rest of the show.
Yeah, like I'm Gills, and it's like, I mean, that's gruesome. I mean, you could have made it a little more classy afterwards, but all right, cool. You know, he also had his own bike that actually transformed as well, which I thought, that was mighty convenient. Kind of looked like Chopper from fucking Masked Rider too, a little bit.
I mean, kind of, sort of. Not Chopper. You know what? Not Chopper. I would say his bike looked more like the Battle from Black.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, you're right. I like the look of it and stuff, but I just find it funny that it changes with him because of his power. I thought that was kind of interesting. It's like, oh, so it doesn't stay regular. Right, cool.
How convenient. So, what's up with Agito and his damn surf bike?
See, Prime, I didn't want to bring it up, but you know, you're right. I don't know what you want me to say.
I mean, even though that moment was cool as hell with G3 riding on it with the shot with the damn gun, that was dope.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Man, a cool moment. But
like you said, it's a cool moment, but you know, it could matter.
I mean, like, fuck that gift for Ryan Reynolds, but why?
Hey, but that shit turns into a fucking damn surfboard. That was pretty nice.
I mean, but why?
Come on, Prime. You know, you gotta work with me here. I'm all for transforming bikes here. I mean, come on. I watched Foz have a fucking a bike that transforms to a robot, and I was perfectly fine with this. All right, you gotta give me this at least.
I mean, just because it's a robot with a shield gun, that's dope.
Okay.
It turns into a surfboard, but why? Like,
hey, I gotta admit,
you know what? Never mind. No, I was just going to say, I don't understand the motif there, and I realized, wait, the bike kind of looks like a Chinese dragon, and that's Agito's motif. Never mind. It makes sense now. Carry on.
Hey, can I admit, though, and you might laugh at this for a second, I thought I was watching Decade when he transforms into a bike, and I was like, am I watching Decade here? What's going on here? Did I have the wrong episode?
Did he just Kamen Ride himself?
It's like, what happened? I transformed into my own bike, and I killed the monster. But how? Because I can. I don't know what to tell
because I'm evolution.
Oh man,
That's basically the overarching theme of the show. But why? Because I'm evolution. That's why.
Now let me ask you this: in a show that, as we said, he just just magically transformed into different forms. I love how when we see Burning Form is essentially just gills, but red.
Yeah, just like everything with Agito, Burning Form is just essentially a better version of Gills.
Which I'm pretty sure Gills is like, the fuck is this shit? How did I not get this power up? This is bullshit.
Ain't that a bitch?
It's like I thought my Exceed form was balling, and this motherfucker just rolls up in there in Burning Form. It's just like, oh, this is awesome. Oh man, but he does bitch and shining form though, which I thought again, it's just so random. It's like, really, just shining form? That's just what we do? All right, I guess.
Shining form is all right. Did you ever see that SIC sick of the proposed next stage of Agito's evolution, the Agito Mirage form?
I'm trying to think. Hold up, Agito Mirage form. Oh yeah, I see it. Damn, that should look fucking badass. Why didn't they use that?
I don't know. But basically, the overall thing, I think they eventually use it in the novel. Again, don't hold me to that. I might be wrong. But I think they did mention it.
But you know what's funny? We talked about the manga and stuff. That was something we talked about with Kuga and how there was a G1 in Kuga that was a chick.
Yes.
In this one, they show the fact that, and that's where, like I said, the confusion came in of whether this was a continuation, because in this one, apparently in the manga novelization of Agito, there was a chick that apparently became G3 before Makoto, and they reference a lot of unidentified life form number 4 in that book. Again, connections are not and stuff, like you said, in the loosest of sense, but it is kind of interesting how that is and stuff. But it's funny, too, because in Decade, what they ended up doing was they did a combination of sorts. I don't know if we really touched on that when we did Decade. So in that world of Agito, Gills ends up transforming into Agito proper.
Yeah, because that was the ultimate. That's ultimately the thing in the show. Like, Gills is just an incomplete Agito. Like, his transformation, like I said, he's a larval state.
Yeah. And I thought
eventually.
That was,
yeah. I think it
gets to that point.
Yeah, so like what Decade does, what Decade do, is that they take elements from the different shows and reinterpret them for their 2 off episodes.
Yeah, and
I really like that, and I also really like that Useless Gay.
Yeah.
Trying to come G3. I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. But we didn't talk about Karo Kino, did we? Because
we.
Yeah.
Kino.
So Kino, he's in a situation where, the whole theme of the show is how the Overlord wants to get rid of humankind because humankind are basically assholes in his opinion. And Kino essentially kind of proves that theory, at least in the Overworld's eyes, because you're thinking that Kino is corrupted because of the Agito seed, but it's really like, oh, I'm just corrupted because I'm human. So, essentially, he ends up getting defeated by Agito because that's what he wanted in the first place. So, I mean, that it's a little bit of kind of like that's a little bit of a small side story to him, his character, but I mean, he's only been like 3 episodes throughout the season. Like, well, at least 10 episodes in the season. He, nothing too big can say per se, but like he's in there, does his thing, and he's actually a big surgeon. That's the other aspect of it as well with him. So, yeah, it was kind of interesting with him, but like I said, he up and died and stuff. But like I said, as I was mentioning earlier, the whole idea of them doing that 1 month time skip was interesting because you had Soichi, he was part of G3. Makoto was kind of off finding himself because why not? And again, Ryo was still being Ryo, just emo because, oh my god, I'm Gills. I don't know what to do.
Hold on. This man has entirely good reason to be emo as shit. You've watched his life.
I know I watched his life, I mean, but it felt like every person, like, after the 1 month, we found out he's working at an automotive place, because, you know, the guy was like, hey, I can get you a job working here, and he's like, all right, he's working there and stuff, but, like I said, you know, once the Overlord pops back in there, because, again, he's looking at Ryo like, hey, dog, I gave you life, what are you going to do with it? You almost tried to kill me. So, basically, the Overlord is essentially like, yo, I'm just going to go on ahead and kill humankind, and do what I gotta do. Now, the thing about the Overlord is the fact that for him to do that, what he was doing was he was killing people using, basically doing kind of doppelganger homicides. But when he does that, it leaves him vulnerable. And what he ends up doing was he creates one of these monsters. I think it was L of the Wind, I believe.
I think so. The bird one.
Yeah, it was. L of the Wind is basically his bodyguard. And what he was doing was he had L of the Wind, he had L of the Ground. L of the Ground was the one that was basically continuing the killings, and he had L of the Wind there to kind of be his bodyguard so that nobody can, like, basically, you know, basically try to kill the Overlord while he's basically creating them, because him creating all these doppelgangers puts a lot of strain on his body doing it. So, of course, there's a payoff to him and stuff. So once the riders start to kill both of, you know, Wind and Ground, basically Overlord was like, all right, I guess I gotta do this shit myself. And basically Agito rider kicks him and blows him up. Blows both of them up. And they have one of those interesting kind of like, I guess they're in heaven, kind of talking things over, essentially, of what humankind is going to do, so to speak.
Yeah, any show that ends with the main character, you know, kicking a god in the face, that automatically gets an 8 out of 10 for me.
Yeah. So
that's the baseline.
Yeah. But what ends up happening is Soichi's actually alive. Surprise, surprise, I guess. I mean, it is what it is. And he actually opens his own restaurant called the Agito. So yeah. And, but also,
so I can't believe we talked about this whole show and we didn't get it. We didn't get it mentioned the family that Soichi was living with.
Yeah, let's dive into that. Yes, let's dive into that. You hit him up. You hit him up with that.
So basically, Soichi is being the housewife to this family, this uncle. I mean, he was the housewife. He cooked for him. It wasn't a damn maid because he was too damn daunting to be a maid. Like, he was straight up a housewife.
Okay,
so
fair enough.
You straight up the living manservant.
I mean, I would say manservant. You're right on that, but it's like he's more of a manservant.
Yeah. So I don't want to say a housewife because they're Japanese. That's so racist.
Is it racist, Prime? Is it racist or is the truth? Come on, let's be real about this.
So he's living with this professor and his niece and nephew, whose father died under, let's say, without spoilers from the sake of the show, mysterious circumstances. And the girl Mana, who by the way is played by Rina Aka. Oh my gosh, what is her last name? Shit, Rina. I'm so sorry, girl. I guess. I've seen you in so much things. Why did I not remember your last name? Anyway, she's played by young Rina, who eventually shows up again in Kamen Rider, and Kamen Rider Dino is Naomi. But she's also more famously known around Japan as a Garvier model for that ass.
Yeah, you're right. Rina Akiyama.
Yeah, Rina. Oh my god, fuck that ass though. But so the girl Mana, she's thirsty for Soichi, and she's developing powers, and she herself is slowly turning into an Agito.
Ah, yes, because she is probably, she's one of the people that was on that boat. Hint, hint.
Yes. So,
side note,
it all goes down in the high sea.
But side note, and before you continue though, the show, it's like they go out their way to kind of like not hide the fact that there's something more to her. That's what kind of like I laughed a lot of the times because they always did those cutaways of like dun 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 where she's just walking off. I'm like, why don't you just tell us that she was one of the people that has powers? You're clearly aiming in that direction here.
I mean, like her and G3 kind of strike up a relationship that would be comparable to a USA Network show. Where she helped him out a couple of times on a case with her psychic abilities. Where, damn, what was her power? It's like she could see visions of things she touched.
She basically can see the vision, like basically future visions, essentially.
Sort of, kind of, because like I think wasn't there one episode where she touched something that her dad touched, and like she saw the moment of his death. Then she saw like the reflection of Soichi and something.
She basically, she essentially saw the future of her dad and such, which is funny because in the Project G4 movie, her basically seeing the vision is what essentially made her able to predict G4's movements, essentially. So, yeah, they used her she actually saw the vision of where her father was at and that he was going to possibly die. And that essentially played a part in her helping to resurrect Gills as well in the process, too.
Yeah. Them psychic abilities.
I mean, it's there. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, but it's funny, too, because, you know, him dying was the same day as her birthday, her dad dying.
Yeah,
that was a bit of like, really, that's kind of on the nose, aren't we? Okay, cool. You know, yeah. I mean, but then again, it wouldn't be Kamen Rider without something tragic happen. So why should
you mean without something soap opera-y happening?
Yeah, we got soap opera happening. So I really shouldn't be surprised that that was a thing that happened and stuff. So, it is what it is and stuff. Actually, this whole, like you said, this whole series is basically soap opera-ish anyway and stuff. Like I said, even with Ryo, like I said, he has a tragic story and they really lay up to, the soap opera aspect of it. So, can't really necessarily complain too much about that.
No, I ain't mad at it.
Nah, definitely. But did you peep Makoto with that fucking policeman mustache at the end of the series? I'm just saying, like, I was like, really? That's where we signify him being just older and wiser? We just throw a mustache on him with the glasses, like he's already old man status? That's what we're doing?
You gonna let that man rock it? You gonna let him have it?
I'm not gonna let him have it. I'm just telling you that right now. It's not happening. It's not happening. But I gotta ask you this though. Okay, so monster designs. I liked the Wind, Water, and Ground. I like their monster designs a lot.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man, because I haven't seen the show in a while. I'm trying to remember ones that sort of stuck out with me. What was the one? Was it like a lion one that they fought in that amphitheater with the red pillars, and it was Agito burning for him, and they were doing like that?
Shit, it was Hold up.
I remember it was a beefy one, and I remember liking him.
I think I can find
then he had
it.
like,
I think I can find it. Hold on for a second. Let me find it. It was part of the Jaguar Lords.
Yes, the Jaguar crew. I like those guys.
Yeah, Pantheris Rubio. That was the
like
red
them.
one.
I like the L.
Yeah,
I like the L of the water.
Okay.
I like the B. Was it the B one that got murked by G3X?
Yeah.
I like that one. Yeah, I mean, I what I really liked about the Lords / Unknowns is that
and the motif. Gotta give them that.
Yeah, they stuck that shit. But what I liked about them was like they look like Grongi, but they kind of didn't. You know what I mean?
You can actually hear what they're talking about. That was another aspect to them as well. There was no like mystery. Like, what are they talking about? It's like, no, they put their intentions out there from jump. Some of them, the monsters, some of the lords were silent, which I think, hey, your actions speak more louder than you talking. So I was fine with it.
I mean, when you're turning people into sand or shoving them in the trees, I mean, do you really have to say much?
Yeah. So so for folks that don't know, so the lords, you had the Jaguar Lords, which there was 6 of them. You had the Tortoise Lords, which there was 2 of them. The Snake Lords, that was 2 of them. The Crow Lords, which there was 5 of them. Zebra Lords, which I laughed. I was like, there's actually Zebra Lords. All right, cool. Jackal Lords, which I thought was dope as hell. Bee Lords, Stingray Lords, Fish Lords, Lizard Lords, and Ant Lords. And everything else was just basically dependent on, random monsters, random like sea monsters of sorts and stuff. You had one that looked like a praying mantis, one that was like an octopus, another one that's like crustacean-esque, one that's like a falcon, so things like that, scarab. So yeah, they had, like I said, they had a motif and it worked and they stuck. So I can see now if they try to reuse them suits are probably like decrepit and broken apart at this stage. Got to be.
I mean, if you seen how they handled the Gil suit or how they handled some of the suits from Ryuki, I believe it.
Which is a shame because I actually like Ryuki, so it's like, how did you botch that up?
Yo, also, did you see what happened to the double suit in that Heisei Generation movie? Like, they tried to cover it up, but I saw that shit.
What happened?
The double suit is like, it's kind of falling apart too. Like, you could tell, like,
I actually like that suit too.
Yeah, like you could tell in like the connected parts where the joints where they bend the knees and the elbows.
Yeah,
kind of looked like it was kind of duct taped together a little bit.
Jesus Christ, they really run those suits into the ground too. It's like, yeah, we ain't doing this shit anymore. At this point, it's like, why don't you just auction it off to a cosplayer? I'm pretty sure they could take good care of those suits.
That, or why don't you use some of the money that you got from them damn Gashapon toys and just do some fucking maintenance?
Come on, Brian. Come on, Brian. That makes too much like sense. You know they like money. They ain't gonna try to fix stuff.
I mean, why fix what we already got? I mean,
I'm just saying, give me the suit. I'll take it and I'll cosplay the shit out of it. I mean, obviously I'll spray it out with some Lysol, so it sprays pretty good. That smells pretty good when I wear it. But I wear the hell out of the suit. Look, I have heard the horror stories of how them suits be smelling and looking and stuff. So yeah, you damn right I'm gonna spray them shits with some Lysol and just okay, we're good.
I mean, I expect suits to smell some kind of way when you got like 3 or 4 stuntmen going in it, and it's surrounded by pyrotechnics.
3 or 4 prime? Don't you mean 6?
All damn day.
Don't you mean six stunt people in the suits?
Doing all types of flips and shit and like quarries and man.
Yeah.
First of all, the fact that from week to week those costumes look any type of usable, I think is a testament to man and design.
Well, yeah, it is. It definitely is. That's what amazes me about some of the Marvel suits that they use in the movies and stuff, and how they've come along over the years. I saw actually. Side note, they did show the actual Mark 1 suit from Iron Man 1. I guess they were trying to auction it off, and I'm like, I would love to own it, but I don't have that much of disposable funds to really blow on a suit like that, so that should not happen.
I mean, if I bought an Iron Man suit, I mean, it would literally have to turn me into Iron Man. Like, that shit would have to fly.
Like the one that China has that actually is transforming, but you can't wear it or some shit like that. I'm like, then what's the point of making this? This is like useless.
Well, wait, hold on now. An Iron Man drone could be just as good as an Iron Man suit.
Yeah, but I want to wear the suit, Prime. I mean, come on, it's like it's like showing me a Power Ranger suit I can't wear. It's like, come on, don't do this to me. Why are you blue balling me here? Come on.
I mean, soon. I mean, did you hear we're about 5 years off from 10 to 5 years off from fucking robots, from what I hear.
Meanwhile, Japan,
we're almost there.
Meanwhile, Prime, I maintain this: Japan is biding their time, and they're going to throw a Gundam out there, and we're going to not be prepared. I still maintain them fucking statues is posturing. Them shits are real.
I'm guaranteeing. I'll put money on the table. I guarantee you're right. They just waiting. They waiting for Trump. They waiting for Trump to say one wrong motherfucking word. They're gonna press that button and launch their face.
No. America is gonna come out with the most basic looking fucking robot, and then Japan was like, "Oh, that's cute. Hold my beer." And then the fucking RX-78 just gonna pop up out of nowhere, like, "Bitch, we've been ready. Let's go."
Nah, hell no. They're gonna wait for that damn basic ass, etch a sketch ass robot we gonna have stomping around They're gonna go, oh, that's cute. Gonna have that one dude in New York snap his finger and go, Rise Gundam is gonna bust out the damn Statue of Liberty.
I'll be that. I think me and you will probably be in unison. We welcome our overlords, the Gundams. Let's go.
But as long as I don't get a ball, I'm straight. That's all I ask.
Hey. Shiro Armada defeated a Zaku in a ball. You put some respect on this.
He hugged the Zaku and caused both of them to explode and go in and hide in the Don Colony. That fight was a draw. People overhyped that damn fight. That shit was split down the middle.
He's like, you will put some respect on the ball, sir. Now, if you ask me,
I'll put respect on Shiro Armada.
Now, if you ask me, hey Chris, would you ever own a ball in real life? Fuck you, no. That's what's not happening.
I declined. I'd rather not be in the flying coffin if I can help it. I
will take a fucking the actual what was the ones that was under the gun, the G series.
The G Bull or the G Fighter.
I'll take the G Fighter over a ball any goddamn day of the week. Hell, I'll take the fucking gun cannon. Shit, that has like 2 gun cannons.
Gun cannon is dope, but don't you better hold on now. We ain't gonna badmouth the gun cannon in my presence. Hold up now.
Hey, look, I'm a fan of the gun cannon and gun tank especially. Granted, RIP to those gun tank operators when fucking homeboy murked them in 8th MS team. So, respect. Yeah, I think in real life, no bullshit. I think we've reached that point in society where we kind of sort of have our own G3 kind of suits. With the way SWAT teams are rolling nowadays in suits.
You know what? I'm still waiting. I'm also waiting on when SWAT teams are just going to essentially be fucking cops from that damn syndicated show. Fight crime in the future time.
Man. Dun, 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 dun. Robot dogs.
We're almost there. We're almost to the utopia I've dreamed of.
I'm telling you, man, we're getting close to G3 more than cops, but you might be right. We might both have it both of our ways. There'd be some dude in a suit fucking arresting my ass. I'm like, dog, is it really necessary with the suit? Doesn't matter. And it's like, well, I did wish for this. I can't really be mad at this.
I'm like, what? If I can get arrested by a cyborg, I'll break the law too. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know, man. I don't need to die by accidental death of a cyborg because, I stole a candy bar and I get shot in the head and shit. I don't need that.
Ooh, it might be too topical.
Is it too topical, Prime? I'm just saying,
I think we'll be going a little bit too political. Speaking of, just completely off topic. Well, not off topic, but I am gonna watch that the Life of Trayvon Martin documentary as soon as it comes out.
Oh yeah, I think it premiered tonight as we're recording this. So.
Oh, is it? Are you serious? No.
I believe so. Don't quote me on that. Oh
no! I gotta get on DVR then.
You already know they're gonna replay the shit out of it. Come on now, this is how we are in society now. Probably we worry, but we're not the archaic '90s anymore where you missed a show and you're shit out of luck. Now you can just DVR
it sure
stuff.
Did.
Yeah.
Damn. All right, I gotta just
DVR it.
And look at this. Look at the future. I don't even got to go downstairs to DVR. I just queue up the damn app from my bedroom.
See, kids, back in me and Prime's day, you had to get your VCR recorded and timed to where it showed it, right?
Yeah, no. I'm sitting in bed with my tablet. I'm going to do the search in the app, do a mark record. We good to go.
And this is why this is why I do the show, because, people would be like, well, I don't know how to watch Kamen Rider. Kiss Asian. There, I just helped you. I just helped you watch the show.
Speaking of, thank you for mentioning that. Let me go off for a second, my man.
All right,
so
go for it.
A couple of days ago, I'm on Twitter, right, minding my own goddamn business. Just being la-da-da-da-da. And I see somebody retweet somebody's tweet that goes, instead of asking people where they buy Toku toys from, why don't you use Google? Now, I stopped when I saw that, because it kind of pissed me off a little bit, because how much of self-important, unmitigated asshole do you have to be to not to want to share information? Like, CJ, you know me, right? If anybody comes to me with any kind of question, what do I do?
Oh yeah. Oh hey, here's this link and that stuff like that. So
I answer the questions. I don't turn to some smug dickbag going, why don't you just use Google? Well, here's the thing, motherfucker. If somebody comes to you, they're deferring to you as an expert on whatever they're asking you to. Yeah, they could have gone to Google and gotten 1,000 different random ass search results, but they're going to somebody who they can see and recognize as again an authority in something, and wanting to get a person who has an authority their opinion about or their idea of where to go. Mm-hmm. Now, if you don't want to share your information, why don't you just say that instead of just being some smug, smarmy asshole? Now, I know from people like that who you are, you're probably not used to people looking up to you or expect you to be an authority on some things. I mean, somebody looking at you with respect and being a human being. I mean, I might be a foreign concept to you, but maybe you should just be a nice person instead of a fucking asshole.
I mean, and also too, I think me and you have had that pain. If you Google anything tokusatsu related and stuff, especially when it comes to toys, it's very intimidating a little bit because you have so many places that talk about toys, and most people don't know. You're going to be confused. You're going to be very confused. That's just what it is.
Yeah, a lot of people aren't comfortable shopping online. They don't know what sites to trust. They don't know where to go. And again, people are asking you because they're asking, hey, a first-hand source. They want your feedback. They want to know where you're going. Like, and I say this out loud because CJ, I talk and I workshop things out loud. Yeah. Maybe people are being an asshole like that because they don't want people to air quote get like their fucking scoop or take pre-orders from the site they go to. But that's just the nature of the game, baby. Like it's like this major thing. If you don't get it from that site, then you can get it from a different site. If you've been in the toy collecting game for a long time, you should have by now picked up tricks and tricks, and you yourself should be using one fucking site anyway. So like, and then the same energy that you can type in going, oh, we'll just go to Google. You can use that same engine type. We'll just go to Hobby Link Japan, go to Hobby Search, go to Mandarake. Like, why you unnecessarily being a fucking asshole? Like, I didn't say anything when I saw the tweet, but it kind of pissed me off. And the more I think about it, the more I feel like I should have said something or made a quote or not subtweeted, but maybe not been confrontational. That's the reason I didn't say anything. Because if I did, I would have came off like a fucking jerk because it pissed me off.
Yeah.
But, it's just saying it takes less energy to be nice than it is to be a fucking asshole. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and the thing of it is, it's like with Kamen Rider, especially, at least with Super Sentai, it's a little easier. But I think with Kamen Rider, it's a little difficult. But I mean, I would say overall, any Toku stuff, it's tough in the sense of trying to.
And not just that, like you said, CJ, it's daunting. Like, how many websites, how many options? You don't know what sites have the best price. And if you're fucking online posting and bragging about the shit that you buy, you don't have the fucking right to be upset or angry or fucking smarmy when people ask you, hey, excuse me, where do you buy your toys? They just want your fucking opinion. And I know you're not used to people wanting your fucking opinion, you fucking drag.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like overall, it's like you can't sit there and be smug about it. And trust me, being in this kind of thing that you like watching and stuff, you can't afford to be smug a little bit. I mean, don't get it twisted. Sometimes,
I mean, I don't understand. I'm CJ. I literally don't understand. Like, why wouldn't you want the web? Like, the hobby does better when there are more people in the hobby and we can share in it together.
And you get more toys. I mean, look, I saw you fawning.
Yeah,
over
the more people. Yeah, exactly.
I saw you fawning. I saw you fawning over the Beast Wars stuff, and I was like, that probably came from the fact that a lot of people were buying toys already, and then boom, we get Beast Wars, and I was like, oh my god, that looks so awesome. And I'm like, that's because people were probably buying the toys, and that's how we get goodness such as these Beast Wars figures. And I'm like, yeah,
exactly. The people that buy shit, that's nothing but goodness. That means, hey, there's clearly a demand. Let's keep making shit.
Yeah.
So the more people that know about the outlets to get this shit, that means it's nothing but a benefit. Like, And if you're holding out on telling people things like that because, like, well, I want to get my pre-order, fuck you, you're horrible.
Yeah,
like, there've been plenty of pre-orders I missed out on, but again, because I've been in the Toku collecting toy game for a while, if I miss out on the pre-order on one site, I don't just have one site that I use anyway. So
yeah, but also, I also always tell people, well, eBay's another option. If it's too daunting, eBay's always another option because at least it's streamlined.
You know what? That's you, but for me, like, I use eBay as like a last resort because secondhand sellers who mark up shit can eat my whole asshole.
Well, that was the thing that kind of got me away from like the Ranger keys, and I just went to my boy DJ Sue because he's direct source, and I found out, oh, he's only paying $10 in the fucking secondhand store for them shits. I guess I go through him now instead of go through eBay. Now eBay, you might get lucky, and somebody will actually sell it to you for the same price that I was getting from him, if you're lucky.
I'm saying exactly, but did DJ Sue go to a smug asshole and go, well, bro, why don't you just use another site? No, he didn't. He fucking helped you out.
Yep.
The fuck? That's not that hard. Helping people is not that fucking hard.
Oh, it really is. That's why I was like, hey, we hit on Kamen Rider Agito, and like I said, hey, go to Kiss Asian if you want to check it out. I mean, hell, you might find some Facebook links for the episode too, but Kiss Asian is definitely a definitive source if you want to watch Agito, because like I said, I felt that was a funny thing too about this show, since we're circling back to it, is that I felt the subs did a pretty good job in terms of like describing stuff, because while we were saying earlier about how it was connecting to Kuga, they were also doing that dancing around thing too, talking about it, where it's like, oh yeah, from that incident, blah, 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 years ago. Okay. All right. I'm fine with it. So it was kind of like they were trying to have their cake and eat it too kind of thing at times. So I don't know whether that was just how they naturally subbed it or not. So, and granted, these are TV9 subs, so.
I'm trying to remember how did I see Agito first, because I didn't watch TV Nihon. And also, I think there might be a couple of random episodes on YouTube if you're lucky before Toei finds them.
Yeah, that's why you go to Kiss Asian, because I feel YouTube has gotten to a point. And it's gotten to a point where it's like you can't put no goddamn episodes, and if you do, you're lucky. You are lucky. Oh,
I'm so mad. Like, one of my favorite YouTube channels got taken down by Toei. The Toku Moments of Awesomeness. Have you ever watched that channel?
I heard about that.
Yeah, it wasn't even whole episodes. Like, they would take just like random clips from different series, and not just Kamen Rider and not just Super Sentai, but like all of Tokusatsu. Any awesome moment that happened in any show, it's just either 2-minute or 5-minute clips, and just play the scene entirely. And that was just the whole channel. That was it. It was a great introductory channel. I felt it was a great introductory channel, just showing some of the snippets and some of the highlights of why Tokusatsu was awesome as fun. What happened? Toei came along and said, "No fun allowed, guys. Sorry."
Well, I mean, I think that's ironic considering I can go on YouTube right now and type in Kamen Rider Agito Henshin, and it will literally show all the henshins from that series and the fights too.
Now, I guarantee you, they probably did some trick with those videos, or like they flipped the image, or they slowed down the footage.
Maybe they did flip it. I couldn't tell. So yeah, with Agito, it didn't look like they flipped the image. So I don't know whether they just under profile and they just haven't got caught yet. I don't know. I mean, that video's been up for like 3 years so far, so I'm like, okay. So who knows? But
don't worry, because Toei remembers.
Oh,
they'll get around eventually.
They always remember. But I ask you this: so we did Agito. So do we dive into Dino Charge? Do we dare do that now? That was kind of close runner-up, because Agito beat it out by 1 vote.
You know what? That's what the people voted for, and I guess that's what we'll do next.
Yeah, finally hit
It was the runner-up. We're going to do Dino Charge.
I did not expect it to be that much of a neck and neck, to be quite honest with you. I was like, holy shit, I didn't think we have a lot of Agito fans, but okay, cool.
I'm actually surprised. I was actually surprised with that good, like, what was it, a couple of days when Dino Charge was winning. I was like, say what?
And then it's like, when I combined the Facebook and that one, I was like, holy shit, this shit won by 1 goddamn vote. Holy crap. It's like, well, that is stunning. Democracy works. Yay. Oh my god, man! So that's going to be fun. That's going to be full of, hey, this season is awesome, and then Super Dino Charge, and things happen, and then me and Prime have the Arthur Fist for a second.
So I'll be drinking. I don't know what yet.
Are we gonna be like Charlie and It's Always Sunny when he's having that fucking the meme where he's all crazy when we start describing the last 10 episodes of Super Dino Charge and the time travel shit?
I mean, we're gonna have to be, man. We're gonna just what the fuck, man? Like, how does it?
Time travel, Prime. Time travel,
dude. How do you?
They went Back to the Future on us, and it didn't work out the way they wanted it to.
You had the perfect game, and like you're at the finish line. Why did you fucking fumble the ball?
It's the Seahawks. Like, it's the Seahawks throwing it on 2nd and 1 at the goal line. It's like, give to Marshawn. Nope, we're gonna throw it. Phew. Interception, and the Patriots win the Super Bowl, and you're like, oh, guys, you tried. You had a good run.
Just, oh my God.
Again, me and Prime didn't hate Dino Charge. It's just like you were there. You were really like, yes, they doing it.
I feel like a disappointed parent. Like, I was rooting for you, and you turn around and you spit in my face.
See, I ain't gonna go that far, Prime. I ain't gonna say spit in my face, but I will say it's like you kicked me in my shins right now. All right, what are we doing here?
No, I felt betrayed. I felt they threw a milkshake in my face. That's what I feel.
It's like, I hate you, Dad. It's like, I hate you, son. I hate you too. So yeah, that's gonna be Dino Charge coming up next, and thanks to everybody that liked the Green with Evil. Apparently that was something that was highly anticipated by everybody. So thank you folks for listening to us go in on Walter Jones's hairline over the course of those 5 episodes. That was fun. That was exciting.
I heard that Shape Up is getting a podcast this year.
You know, I mean, I heard he was also getting sponsors too. I was really, really mad at that.
I also heard he's getting a Netflix documentary.
How many episodes?
At least 3.
Pre-Shape Up, now Shape Up, and post-Shape Up.
Pre-post.
God, Walter Jones is gonna kick our ass in real life. I heard you really like my Shape Up. I'm like, hey, dog, I don't make the rules, all right? This is what people are saying. Hey,
man. It's out of love.
We love you. We love you, Walter, man. You are awesome. Without you, you would not been able to show the kids what fashion in the 90s was like, because, hey, say what you will, that was the fashion of the 90s, folks. Thank God, I guess you didn't live during those times, even though there were a lot of good moments, a lot of good times. But yeah, those were things. So yeah. But anyways, that's Kamen Rider Agito. If you have any questions for us in regards to that, you can hit us up on the email 3blackgeeks.com, or you can just hit up me and I'm on Twitter and tag us into it, and we'll answer your questions in the best way that we know how.
Yeah, let me add the asterisk. We will answer your questions. We won't tell you to go to Google. We're not fucking dicks.
Only if it's something obvious, like, well, who was the Green Ranger? I'm like, how about you just Google that? How about that?
Even then, you know what?
No, Prime. It's 2018. You should already know who the Green Ranger is.
Nah, man. Nah, some cats don't even know. I'm not even going to judge people. I had, come to one of my blogs once and ask me, shouldn't Wonder Woman be black because she's from the Amazon? And he thought that she was from the literal Amazon jungle. And I was like, nah, dude, that's the wrong Amazon. But like, you did.
I appreciate the gesture with that, though. I do understand the gesture with that. I will give them that.
Exactly. It's like, if you don't know, you don't know. I come from an education background, so I'm a staunch believer. And there is no such thing as a stupid question. The only stupid question is the questions that aren't asked, because it's showing that you're choosing to remain ignorant.
True. It's just that part of me is like, it's Tommy. You should know it's JDF. But but again,
Look,
it's like,
look. Some of these cats don't know. Like, I'm on Twitter and I feel so fucking old because I hear people going like their first Power Rangers was Ninja Storm. And I'm like, oh my god.
dude, I feel old. Ninja Storm was like I was in my first year of college, and I'm like, damn,
my
I'm
God.
old. Side note: did you see that tweet with the golf competition with the Kamen Riders?
I just retweeted the fuck. I had to suppress from laughing because I just saw that shit. Like,
You, dude, when I saw that
retweeted
shit,
it.
I was fucking dying for a second. I was like, holy shit.
I saw that. I had to retweet it. I'm a true professional because I bust out laughing when I saw it on Twitter.
See, that's how you know me and you have been in the podcast game and the media game so much we're able to suppress that kind of laughter. Because I was about ready, like, yo, fuck this. Did you see this shit cry?
I mean, we're staunch professionals.
Yeah, we
Staunch.
very much are staunch. But yeah, anyways, just hit us up, me and Prime on Twitter and stuff, and we'll answer your questions. And it might bounce
and
around
I
into a
forgot.
conversation.
I mean, like I said, I may say mean asshole. I mean, I am a mean asshole, but I'm not a dick.
Oh, no, trust me, because as much as me and Prime, when we get to that second half of Super Dino Charge, we might go in on it. It's with love, because it's like, ultimately, we're not like taking a piss out of the actors. Because bear in mind, the actors in Dino Charge were great. Let's get that out the fucking way. They were fucking awesome. I love them.
Oh yeah. Any problem that I have with Dino Charge or Super Dino Charge, it has nothing at all to do with the
'Cause
cast.
most
None of
people
the cast.
assume-
Not even the extra Rangers. Not even fucking Xenowing. Like, the cast, they all came to work, except Keeper. Fuck you, Keeper. The cast all came to work. And they all had some level of charisma, some level of charm, and they were a joy to watch. So any problem I have with Dino Charge has nothing at all to do with the actors. And to be honest with you, it doesn't have nothing to do with most of the characters.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, damn it, you were almost there. You hit the high notes, But at that point, I'm raising my fist and like, damn you, Lynn. So there's that. But anyways, folks,
We'll get there.
We'll get there. We'll get there. But anyway, folks, that is it, and we will catch you guys on the flip side. Peace out.
If he doesn't.